answer.
By the way,
if you have one more, we'll do that in the Roku-only segment to wrap up the show.
We're doing much better.
Without that too far.
We're doing much better.
It is harder, I gotta say.
What, to hear and play?
Yeah, that was a lot
But
harder.
you still managed to do it.
You didn't repeat an answer. You didn't repeat an answer.
And you got points. And you got points on the board.
Seriously, that is the worst game show foul, is to repeat an answer that's just been said by somebody else who's right next to you. That is my nightmare
also talking
with
about
this
your
guy.
brother Frank.
Yeah, your brother. Hey, my brother Frank. Maybe we just have to hope that they'll
And
realize
sister
that he
Lorraine.
knows Steve Harvey from 25 years ago. This Military Appreciation Month, Navy Federal Credit Union celebrates the service, sacrifice, and commitment of service members and veterans in going above and beyond for us every single day. One of my favorite moments of the draft is a military moment when we pause from all the proceedings and applaud those in the military who stand on the stage and deserve all the love that they get. If you're active duty, a veteran, or a part of a military family, you're eligible to join. At Navy Federal Credit Union, our members are the mission. Learn more at NavyFederal.org/celebrate. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA.
Lowe's knows a thriving yard starts with quality care. Right now, get Miracle-Gro 3/4 cubic foot all-purpose garden soil for just $2. Was $4.58. Plus, get a free Select Ego 56-volt trimmer or blower with the purchase of a Select Ego 56-volt mower. The best yard starts with the best deals. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 5/14. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location while supplies last.
Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gateway, and our mission at Michaels & Gateway is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels & Gateway are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry.
Hey Pirate Nation, warm weather is here and it's time to get back on the boat. And at Stroud's Marine, they're stocked up with over 26,000 pre-owned parts. They got everything you need from propellers, lower units, trim units, electrical and fuel parts, and just about anything else you need for an outboard. Stay up to date with the latest deals, parts, and promotions by following them on social media. And as always, their mission is to save you money and get you back on the water as quickly as possible. Remember, they're just around the corner. Stop by the shop at 865 Rivet Street in Greenville. For more information, head to StroudsMarine.com. Stroud's Marine, your best source for salvaged outboard parts.
Homeowners can face many challenges throughout this season, but our newest New Blue star, Dixon Williams, is here to slide in and save the day. Have a clog that's hitting a foul ball and nothing seems to be getting through? Dixon's fixing to get you flowing again. Feeling like your HVAC's in a slump? Dixon's sliding in to get your comfort back on track. Are swinging blind in a power outage? Dixon is delivering a power boost. So when problems arise, turn home strikeouts into home runs with New Blue, electric, plumbing, and air.
Doug Henry of Greenville is looking for your trade-in and your business. Doug Henry of Greenville is right on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial, and always right on the price and looking to beat every offer out there. Bring in any offer from CarMax, and they will beat it by $500. Just bring it in and you won't be disappointed. Doug Henry of Greenville has over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily, and you can always check them out online at DougHenryGreenville.com. Doug Henry, right on the corner and right on the price.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Jacob Sauls with EliteTruck.com, Eastern North Carolina's premier choice in commercial truck and van equipment. Come join us in downtown Little Washington on May 10th for our first ever Elite Truck Fest, which will include a truck meet competition, raffles, live music, food, and other family-friendly activities. All proceeds from this event will be going towards supporting Beaufort County high schoolers gain valuable apprenticeship experience in their desired trade. Visit EliteTruck.com for more information.
At Children's Health Services, we understand the importance of your child's well-being. This is Dr. Chris Osmick, and our mission is to provide comprehensive, patient-centered health care through every stage of child development, starting the day they are born in the hospital. We are not just here to treat illnesses. We are here to partner with you on your child's health journey. Schedule your appointment today to build a brighter, healthier world for your children. Children's Health Services, Arlington Boulevard, Greenville, or soon to be our second location on 10th Street. Go Pirates!
Overtime Times Tavern is officially open in downtown Greenville. Whether you're craving a cold drink, hot meal, or just a place to unwind with friends in a laid-back atmosphere, we've got you covered. Join us daily from 11 a.m. to midnight every day, or stick around for our late-night hours on the weekends. Follow Overtime Tavern on Facebook or Instagram for daily specials and events, including live music. OT's is right across from the Sheets on Charles Boulevard in downtown Greenville. Overtime's Tavern, where every hour feels like overtime.
UBE and PireWare.com are proud to offer the Pirate Nation its largest inventory of ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking in downtown Greenville. Visit them online at PirateWare.com. Go Pirates!
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
Big now.
Well, hello, Shirley. It's been a while.
We got Jarrett here. Hey, Jarrett.
Hey.
And we got left side.
Strong side.
What's up, Chandler? How you?
You need to write a song called Super.
Zach Kaplan.
I will read it verbatim. The Masters tournament is special.
Oh, you'll read it what?
Verbatim. Verbatim.
How do you spell that? That word you just said, how do you spell it?
I have no clue.
Say it one more time. You're going to read it
verbatim.
That time you said verbatim.
Is verbatim. That's what I said.
No, you did not.
I said verbatim.
Nope.
No.
None.
Aye, and she can take her crew like a true captain. No surprises. Just
hold on. She can take her crew.
There's no bones off of my back.
I'm not talking about this.
Correct. Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Welcome in to a Thursday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Nice sunny day in eastern North Carolina. Great day to talk sports with you here on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville and 104.1 in Washington. We're on 1250, 930 online, PR927FM.com. And we are streaming live on YouTube as well. We'd love to hear from you on this Thursday. What's up? How you? What are you looking forward to tonight in the world of sports? What is on your mind on this Thursday? Let us know and be part of the chat gang today as we will interact with you for the next 3 hours. Also, guest-heavy show today. We got a bit of a free space in hour one. Zach Kaplan will join us, and boy, is he in a bad way. He'll probably be fine when he joins us today, but I was kind of hoping we could have a fifth quarter last night. He sounded like he was down to do it as well. He was spitting fire after the Celtics blew another 20-point lead, right? Yeah. Again, they're up huge. Knicks come back, win it at the end, and 2-0 New York as they head to Madison Square Garden coming up on Saturday. We'll talk to Zach about that as he is losing his mind. Got that in hour number one. Hour two, we will catch up with a former ECU wide receiver. I got the need for Snead. Tyler Snead will join us on the program. Looking for Grey Cup championship number 2 with the Montreal Alouettes. So we'll talk about his offseason. We'll remember some of his glory days here at East Carolina as well. And I will ask him, do you regret the decision to leave when you had another year left? That answer coming up in hour number 2. Also, we'll get to know a few of the club baseball guys over at East Carolina. They're getting ready for the regionals coming up in Wilson this weekend. Lee Parker, Brandon Warren, Jay Stanisiek. I talked to those guys earlier today when everybody told me their names. I said, Stanisiek. I've only heard that name one other time in my life. And this is a great thing. Usually the the sports knowledge I have is somewhat useless, although I've turned it into a little something with sports trivia. So I am using it in some ways. And, of course, hosting this show. And I guess my job. But in the grand scheme of things, all the dumb sports stuff I know doesn't get me too far in life. But it did today. I said, I've heard the name Stanisic one other time. In the 1990s, North Carolina had a quarterback, Jason Stanisic. He was pretty good. And I said, any relation? And he said, yeah, that's my dad. So we've got former Tar Heel quarterback Jason Stanisic's son on the show today. Jay Stanisic, East Carolina student, East Carolina club baseball player, along with Brandon Warren, Lee Parker. We'll have that interview for you in hour 2. Coach Hud, Greg Hudson, will join us on the show. Where in the world is he? We'll find out coming up later on. And DB going to join us on the program in hour number 3, just a couple of days before he makes his first professional baseball start for the Down East Bird Dogs as they play in historic Granger Stadium beginning on Friday. DB will get the ball on Saturday. So hopefully we'll get some purple and gold out there, some Danny Beal fans out to historic Granger Stadium this weekend. We got all that and maybe a Parker Bird appearance as well. Been playing phone tag with him, so maybe today, maybe another day to catch up with P. Bird. All right, again, a lot of guests on the show, some lengthy interviews, so we are going to need good break management today. And I'm going to task the producers, Shirley and J-Bone, keeping me on task. We're only talking sports, primarily East Carolina, and we branch out from there. No other topics, no nonsense, none of the crap we do every day here. We're going to clean it up a little bit, and we're going to stick to the script. Having said that, what does the Pope do?
He's in charge of some birds or something, cardinals.
He's the bird master?
Yeah, something like that. I really don't know what he does.
What'd that Pope do?
I don't know, but we got one from Chicago now.
Chicago, some kind of
South Side, stand up, White Sox baby, let's go.
Brat-eating, beer-swilling Pope.
Yeah,
seen a lot of Pope stuff today.
Yeah, they got a new one today.
Got a new Pope, huh? Can anybody tell me what the Pope do? Let me know in the chat. We've got East Carolina softball getting underway.
Big win last night.
Actually, they are underway. Pirates have already, I guess, gone down in the top of the first inning. I love when we talk about something and it comes to fruition. I was thinking about it, like we do a 4-hour Bud Light pregame tailgate, and sometimes we'll say, low-scoring game today. These offenses are struggling. 2 pretty solid defenses, and then it's a 52-49 game, and it's like, why did we waste that 4 hours of our life saying something was going to happen and the opposite happened? But yesterday, we had Shane Winkler on the show. He was somewhat diplomatic, but also made his point known that Emma Jackson should have been on the all-conference team. And he hinted that she had a little bit of fire under her after not being named to such team. And Shirley texted me last night and said, are you following this ECU game? Are you watching it? And I said, no, it's not on here at overtime at Sports Trivia. But we have a team, the Grass guys, who take care of the fields over at ECU that play every week. And they're watching the games on their phones. So I was a bit abreast of the situation, but was not aware that Emma Jackson hit not 1, but 2 home runs. Shirley, hit the audio of the mammoth second home run that she hit.
On a 2-2. Jackson lifts off to left. First she broke the record. Now she gives East Carolina the lead with a moonshot into left. A multi-homer game, and that ball may still be flying.
There's a structure, a building beyond the left field fence out there in Tampa, and she hits it on top of the roof. It was a Jorge Soler against the Astros bomb. Albert Pujols against the Astros postseason bomb. A mammoth shot from Emma Jackson. Pirates winners last night, which puts them in this game today with South Florida.
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, I liked your response when I sent you that text message. I said Emma just hit a mammoth shot that hit the top of the hitting facility behind the field. And
you ready for this, Jared? You ready for what I responded with?
Clip said, Emma Jackson, more like Emma Jackson.
Nice.
And I was like,
boom,
well
nailed
done.
it.
Well done.
God, I nailed that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good one there.
That was a real good one, considering that he thought of that on the fly in the middle of sports trivia.
By the way, they're playing Charlotte. What did you mean by USF earlier, South Florida?
I don't know.
If they win
them?
if they win this game, they have to play South Florida.
Going to be honest with you, I saw a lot of green. I saw Tampa. I said South Florida.
It happens.
But in your defense, and to help you out a little bit, if East Carolina wins this game, they do play South Florida tomorrow.
Thank you for having my back.
Who
Shirley.
is South Florida playing right now?
Nobody. They're in the Keith Sweat game.
They've already advanced.
Okay. Who'd they beat?
They're the 2 seed.
I have the answer to this.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Do you remember the Sun Belt basketball tournament bracket that we love so much?
Yeah.
The softball tournament is that style.
Really?
South Florida hasn't played anybody.
So the top 2 seeds just go all the way to the semis?
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Dang, man.
Yeah.
Oh.
So the team ECU played yesterday, Memphis, would have had to have won, I think, 5 games in 4 days because they played a doubleheader yesterday.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
So they make it challenging. East Carolina would have to win, yesterday, today, semis, championship, 4 games, 4 days. So Charlotte didn't play anybody to get to this game.
Okay.
And then same for South Florida tomorrow. Pirates beat Memphis 7-1. What did East Carolina do against Charlotte this year? I hear everybody screaming at their radios. Calm down. I'll answer it. Pirates won 1 of the 3. Got blown out 11-2. Blew out Charlotte 15-7. And then lost a close one 5-3. So, somewhat even there.
Yeah.
But Pirates in a little bit of trouble. I'm not going to say the apple is completely spoiled at this moment. I'm not going to say the apple is rotting.
Well done, sir.
But 3-1 count for Apple, already a runner on first base for the Niners.
Let's hope it's not a poison apple.
Oh.
I gave myself a rim shot.
Sometimes you got to give yourself a rim shot. Jerry says hello. What's up, Jerry?
Hello. Help the bear!
What's up, Jer Bear?
I heard it.
From the rafters.
From the rafters. Kaz says good afternoon. Well, good afternoon to you, sir.
Howdy do.
Jamie says, hey now.
Hey now.
PJ says hello.
What's up, PJ?
Hello. Jamie says, if you're Catholic, the Pope is third in command, I guess. God and Jesus first.
What about the Holy Spirit?
Right. People
it is a
always
Trinity.
forget about the Holy Spirit.
I don't mean to get...
I don't like where this is going.
I'm not a big fan of what all this is.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
He's grumpy. That's what he means.
No, it's just we got to listen to some guy.
No, that's where you're wrong. And that's what a lot of people like you annoy me.
Well, I'm not really...
You don't got to listen to nothing.
Well, I'm not big into Catholicism. Yeah,
Right. Grimes and Bigfoot says the Cardinals selection is in. Boy, I hope they don't get...
The pick is in.
Damn. Josh Rosen again. God, my brain could click a little faster. That would have been a good one. But it took me too long. Brandon says, can Blake get some high school ball talk?
High school ball talk.
Who's Blake?
Blake Harrell.
That's what I was thinking.
Can Blake get some high school ball talk? The hell you talking about, Brandon? Anybody know what he's talking about?
Nah. Which Brandon are we referring
It's
to?
B-Man, so I would assume
B-Man.
he was talking about like high school baseball.
Yeah.
Hey.
But who's Blake? Should I know Blake? Jeff Blake?
Should we know Blake?
I don't know. Blake
Hardegree?
Hardegree?
That's what I was thinking.
Oh, he said, can we? Sorry, I'm driving. How the hell does we get changed to Blake?
Also, you're driving.
Yeah. You should be apologizing to everybody on the road, not me. Jamie says Josh Rosen would make an awful Pope. You don't know that.
Yeah, I mean,
I would say the Pope would make an awful quarterback.
But you don't know that.
That is true.
You haven't seen this guy toss the pigskin?
Speaking of not knowing anything, there's going to be a lot of that today because Will's not here. And Will knows his stuff.
Well, he's always right, even when he's wrong.
So, God, I wish he was on the show today. Do you think he would answer his phone?
Yeah, why not?
I would think so. Today's Thursday, so he's home.
How about we're calling Will the day after he retires as Pirate Radio intern?
Well, he got the Knicks game right.
Is he the glue, the real glue guy around here? We need.
Hello.
Hey, Will, you're live on the air.
Say that again.
You are live on the air.
Oh, hey.
I just wanted to congratulate you because you were right again yesterday.
Yeah.
You said that if the Celtics lost to the Knicks, you would be shocked. And I bet you were shocked, right?
I was.
Man, he nailed it again, folks. Incredible, dude. How do you do it?
I mean, I don't know. You throw enough at the wall, eventually something will stick, and it has twice.
Is he being serious? Will, I just thought that was funny that the same script happened in game one that happened in game two. It's pretty incredible.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of weird when you get Boston choosing to have their worst two shooting nights of the year from three, and the Knicks one of their best defensive performances of the year for a team who's been generally pretty bad defensively.
Well, Will, just wanted to say hello. It's kind of crazy that we're calling you the day after you retire as an intern. Maybe we miss you.
Is he going through a car wash right now?
Where are you? Where are you?
I am actually leaving the parking lot of where I live. I'm about to start my drive home.
All right. Well, drive safely.
Thank you.
All right, buddy.
Last summer. Call me whenever.
All right. Later on.
Whenever.
Will be, if we ever need a guest, for 2 minutes, we'll call Will.
He said we can call him whenever. So.
For those that don't follow every day, Will somehow turned a wrong prediction into him being right.
Yeah.
So now that's the joke from here on out.
What did he even say yesterday?
He said
if the Knicks got lucky, they'd be lucky to beat the Celtics. Get one game.
That's how he claimed he was right the first time around.
And apparently, yeah.
This time he's right because he said if the Celtics lose again, I would be shocked. And I'm sure his reaction was shock last night.
Yeah.
So technically he was right again. He's just all over it, man. Dude never misses anything. Jamie says new Pope player comp is Doug Flutie, small guy, big arm. Yeah, I don't get it. And it's an American Pope.
Yeah, that's crazy. What grade would you give this Pope selection? I for one think it should have been Shadur Sanders, so I'll go C-.
I am uninformed, so I'm going to pass. And they do the white smoke thing.
Yeah, I don't get that either.
I guess it's just tradition. People have these, and then he appears in a window, right? Is that how it works? I got so many questions, but honestly, I don't care about the answers.
Would you say it's overrated? Tradition.
It's not as overrated as the Masters.
All right.
But it's quite overrated. But for those happy with the decision, congratulations. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. Good luck next time we get a new Pope.
Do you think there are Pope scouts out there? We should get this guy?
There's got to be.
He's the better fit
because
for the Vatican.
Yeah, there's a committee, so I'm sure there's scouts.
That pick has no value.
This guy is still young enough to where we might could get him next time around.
Do you think this is a project Pope?
Right.
Do you think he needs to sit for a couple years?
Because you probably need a guy ready right away.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's his upside?
Shirley, Pirates get out of the first. It is 0-0, heading top second, East Carolina and Charlotte. Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by the Buck.
The Buck.
I tell you what, ZK is in the house. ZK, have it his way.
Zach Kaplan.
All right, Nancy is chiming in. The Pope is the head of the Catholic Church. He is the successor to St. Peter. Jesus said to Peter, "You are my rock, and upon this rock I will build my church." So the Pope builds churches? I'm being a little bit willfully obtuse here.
Yeah.
But I don't quite understand, and I don't need you to give me the answers.
I just don't really care. Yeah.
But people do.
Yeah.
But like I said, we're only talking about sports today.
Mm-hmm.
Logan Sutton at the plate for the Pirates. We'll take a break. Zach Kaplan joins us. What in the world is going on with the Celtics? Talk a little Pirate baseball. Pirates played the top team in the conference this weekend. No? Yeah, okay. You looked at me funny when I said that.
I didn't know what sport you're talking about.
Basing ball.
Yeah.
What other sports would there be?
I don't. It's been 2 weeks since I've been to a game, so I've kind of just.
You're a little out of it?
Yeah.
All right. Got to get back into it for 4 more games. Pirates Roadrunners and Pirates and Camels. That's coming up on Tuesday. Conley Viking, Anna Sawyer to the plate as East Carolina and Charlotte are tied at 0, scoreless at 0 in the AAC tournament. We got Zach Kaplan joining us after this timeout.
For pest control that packs a punch, BAM! Call on the experts at BAM Pest Control. Attention Greenville, BAM Pest Control is here to protect what matters most, whether it's your business, your home, or your peace of mind. They don't just eliminate pests, they knock them out. BAM Pest Control is #1 in insect control, rodent control, and yard services like fire ants and mosquitoes. BAM! You're insect-free, safe, and comfortable. Call the experts at BAM Pest Control on Hooker Road in Greenville, 252-751-3160. BAM!
Spring is a great time to plant flowers, trees, and bushes. When planning your landscape, please keep in mind that you should never plant anything within 3 feet of a gas, electric, or water meter. The same thing applies if you have an electric transformer in your yard, except keep plants 8 feet clear of the front in case crews need access during a storm or an outage. Always remember to call 811 at least 3 business days before you dig to avoid underground lines. This important safety message is from your neighbors at Greenville Utilities.
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, get rid of unwanted hair and under-eye fat pads? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar MediSpa for a free consultation and ask about our newest technologies and treatments. Learn more at beautybarmedispa.com, Red Banks Road, Greenville. Enjoy your visit, love your transformation, and go Pirates.
Hey there, Eastern North Carolina, Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood. The Brown & Wood service specials include a tire price match guarantee, a $199 AC Delco front brake pad installation special. We also have a brake rotor rebate of $40 and a synthetic oil change on most vehicles for $89.95. Don't forget, free pickup and drop-off at Brown & Wood. 89 years in business, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal, to make sure you leave a happy customer.
This is Dr. Andrew Bridgeforth from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for the athletes at ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services, as well as walk-in urgent care on the weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. For experienced professional care, call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates!
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Ottavola Market Cafe. Ottavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Ottavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Ottavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Ottavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Ottavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and OttavolaMarket.com. Ottavola, Pirates supporting Pirates.
This is Brian Harris with 360 Golf Carts, Pitt County's go-to shop for all things golf carts. We have E-Z-Go, club car, and utility carts to choose from. Whether it's for the beach, riding around the neighborhood, or working in the yard, 360 Golf Carts has the perfect ride for you. If you have issues with your current cart, take it by my shop for an expert's diagnosis. From parts to sales to service, we have you covered. We will even deliver right to you. So come see me, Brian Harris, on Highway 43, just past D.H. Conley High School. 360 Golf Carts, Pirates supporting Pirates.
Show Mom and the graduate how special they are with a gift from Russell's. Whether you're celebrating Mom or dressing to impress, Russell's has you covered. With our amazing selection of clothing and accessories at Russell's, shopping for gifts is easy. Can't make a decision? Gift certificates are available. Make Mom and the graduate feel special and shop Russell's, where style starts here and our customer service and free signature gift wrap fits any budget. At Russell's, it's all about you, our pirate friends and customers.
Pirate Radio, where it's always a great day to be a pirate.
I think it's gonna be a great day.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Chronic joint pain hovers, and you never know when it's going to rear its ugly head. And that goes for David Garrard, too. And that's why the medical professionals at QC Kinetics take their job so seriously. When they treat patients like David Garrard, they are delivering long-term relief, treatments without surgery or downtime. Call QC Kinetics for your free consultation today at 252-765-PAIN. That's 252-765-PAIN. And Overtime Tavern is now open on South Charles Boulevard, right across from the Sheets. You can come in for great food, cold drinks, and all the game day action. Swing by and try their Philly cheesesteaks, glizzies, mouth-watering burgers, and delicious wings. You can also play sports trivia on Thursday nights with our very own Clip Brock. And they're open until midnight, Sunday through Thursday, and open late until 3 a.m. on the weekend. There's always time on the clock at Overtime Tavern. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, Pirates trying to get on the board here. Second and third, 2 outs, and a pop-up. Fly ball into left, going to be caught, and the inning is over, the half inning anyway. They head to the bottom of the second in Tampa. No score between East Carolina and Charlotte in the AAC tournament on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by The Buck.
The Buck. The Buck.
All right, we got Shirley Rhodes here. We've got J-Bone, and we got left side. Strong side.
Hey, Zach.
Gross, dude.
Zach Kaplan's here. What?
You let him do that?
It's Chandler's here, right?
No.
He was here when we started the show.
Yeah, he's got business.
He's a salesman. Doing nothing. If he can't be here, I need somebody to protect my left side, and today that is Zach Kaplan.
Not talking about this.
Correct. Fine.
I'm basically your Campbell. All right, who's the Commander's left tackle?
Laramie Tunsil.
Oh, perfect. Often been known for.
Have you ever worn a gas mask for smoking purposes?
No.
No.
We're not talking about this.
We're not talking about that. Nope. Yeah.
What a wild thing. Is that a thing? I've never. Look, I'm going to be honest.
I've seen others do it.
I've been at house parties and stuff. Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen that with my own two eyes before.
I like how Laramie Tunsil got in trouble for that, but Sean Payton giving his son and his buddies bong rips was just completely fine.
When was that?
Like 2-3 years ago.
Was that in that movie with Kevin James?
No.
I missed that scene.
That was just a video on Twitter.
Oh, it was on Twitter? Mm-hmm. I mean, it was public?
Yeah.
Public?
Was that the year everyone was drafting from home? Like 2020?
I don't know.
Remember, like, Vrabel's kids were messing around, and, like, one of them was in the bathroom, and you could see it in the mirror?
Yeah, but I don't think Mike Vrabel was giving his sons bong rips.
Oh, yeah. Wasn't there
he's probably giving them cigs. He's a huge cigs guy.
Wasn't there a naked body on that draft or something?
I'm pretty sure there was, like, a loose...
What are we doing?
Someone's butt.
Jarrett, what's wrong with being a cool dad?
Yeah, come on, Jarrett.
A cool dad is Mike Vrabel giving your kids cigarettes, making them tough.
How about Jeff Ulbrich giving your kid... Shadur Sanders' phone number.
If he was 8 years old, that'd be funny.
Oh, man.
Zach, your team sucks.
Oh.
What is going on, dude?
The Red Sox don't look good.
Now the Celtics.
The Celtic Warriors.
Oh, that one.
Fella.
Zach, Are you ever going to sports trivia again? Because your last 2 trips have been 2 of the worst nights of your life.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna go to sports trivia.
I hope y'all don't play Monday. I can't take any more.
Canes are home.
Zag meltdowns. I know.
Canes are home, so
Excited about
hoping
that.
to be at the Lenovo Center Monday.
You might be there.
So you're spared. Congrats, Clip. For once, you don't have to watch the. I feel like it's got to be pretty entertaining for you, though, and you, Jared.
It is, but like I'm nervous about others, like because you're screaming, you're cussing. You're
I'm gonna offend people off. You're probably onto something there.
You're physical, like you're waving your arms around. You're banging. You're like throwing stuff on the table. But like I appreciate your passion.
It was a bit much last night.
Okay.
But then again, I had fun.
Was that wrong?
I was a little.
Should I not have done that?
Got to plead ignorance.
Did I tell you? I got to plead ignorance on this thing.
Nah, being sloppy, drunk, a little sloppy, and just talking crap to you after that game was probably the highlight of my year.
It was,
It's pretty shocking, but then again, it's happening in every series.
Yeah.
The road team comebacks have been incredible.
But it's not even like in game 1, it was shot volume. What are they doing? Just go to the basket. They had good looks last night. They were going to the basket. Tatum literally went to the basket to take the lead. Only 30 seconds left. And then tried to do it again on the final possession of the game.
So since Tyrese Halliburton, missed that free throw, got his own rebound, put up the game winner, he's no longer Mr. Overrated. Do you think that crown has been passed down to Jason Tatum? Because he looked like Kyle Kuzma last night.
I think it has to be prisoner of the moment. I mean,
that'd be
Jamie's offended, by the way, but prisoner of the moment. I mean, yeah, probably. Tatum does not look like a top 10 guy in the league the way he's been an all NBA guy.
He looks like a bench warmer, which is what Steve Kerr did to him last summer. I mean, this man was passing out water on the Olympic team.
Jared's got bullets today.
Well, I don't.
He came on fire, and he was saving him last night because he knew I might try to fight him if he threw him at me last night. But
if you would have beat me up, I wouldn't have known.
By the way, I had fun last night hanging out. I said yesterday, is it weird that like my friend group consists of 20-year-olds?
No, you're Steve Buscemi with the skateboard.
Hello, fellow kids.
Yeah, you do, fellow kids.
It got even worse last night because I went to the bar one time and it was Jarrett and intern Hayden. And I was like, God, I got to go home. Hey was out last night.
Hey,
having
Hayden.
Fun. Hey, Hayden.
Done and dusted.
A fun night at Overtime Tavern last night. Not for Zach, but for the rest of them.
You know what's so funny is so we finished so Chandler and I finished in second, tied with Solo. And I guess he gave away the gift card, which I was so mad at the Celtics, I didn't even care that he did that.
Yeah, I'm glad you.
Other nights I would have been like, we got to at least have it come down to a question. But I was so mad. So much of my energy was at the basketball. I couldn't even care about it.
I just don't know.
$5.
I don't understand how it happens 2 games in a row. It's crazy.
And really in the same, would you guys agree? Like in pretty much the same way?
Yeah, it was like the same game.
Yeah.
It was awful.
I mean, what was it? They went how many minutes without a made basket?
13 shots in a row from the field.
It was 6 plus, I want to say, at one point. And Brunson didn't hardly do anything last night and hit some shots at the end. But to lose when he scores 17 points, he's not going to do that again.
Yeah, I mean, Josh Hart was the leading scorer. That's insane.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, Villanova is clearly having a moment today, as we've seen. The Pope is a Nova grad.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Interesting.
This might be their biggest.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Right next to their 3 national championships, I would say this is their 4th biggest moment in school history.
Can he bring Jay Wright out of retirement?
I mean, if he blesses it, right? He kind of feel obligated. We'll have to go to our theology experts. Maybe you can bring them on in the final hour of the show or something.
Who name a NFL player that went to Villanova?
Howie Long.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah.
You know when's that?
I feel like David Givens or David Patton. I feel like one of them did.
Somebody named David.
Speaking of religious,
Howie Long,
figures.
Villanova, very good. David Givens.
I swear David Givens or David Patton.
Maybe David Takens.
That's pretty good, Jarrett. Givens went to Notre Dame. David Patton went to Washington for a little while. He's from South Cac. He's a Catamount. How about that?
Western Carolina.
My player is former Eagles running back Brian Westbrook. Was a Villanova Wildcat.
Yeah, that was an
I like Brian Westbrook. He was a good player for a team I didn't like.
FCS Power, Villanova.
All right, Zach. Mike P said, there's a new pope. Hey, Pope. That's what they're saying today, Mike P.
Hey, Zach.
Probably the best, not the best Pope tweet, but somebody tweeted at John Rothstein. It was like, what do you think about the Pope situation in Kentucky?
Then everyone's like, you mean Mark Pope? The Wildcats opened the season against,
Wait, are you hating on Rothstein?
What is it? He had a tweet recently, during the Florida State shooting, about like this prospect will not be visiting Tallahassee this weekend. I'm like, come on. I'm like, you think?
Well, he's reporting the news.
That is true.
Have a feel.
As a news guy, you gotta
have a feel.
Yeah.
A feel.
I guess.
He literally tweeted this recruit will not be visiting Tallahassee.
It's not like
this
he
weekend.
tweeted about Florida State's shooting percentage last season.
Ooh. Yikes.
Well, it's maybe just add dudes, maybe make it
for
clear.
the radio people, Jarrett is laughing hysterically at his own joke right
I'm
now.
not laughing. I'm damn near in tears. It's a sad situation.
I just
damn near.
Maybe just mention why he's not going to
His
FSU,
commitment to the bit, I respect, and people crap on it, but whatever. He
has
is
to just
what
know,
he is.
right? At this point, he just knows what he's doing.
I hope so.
He's leaning in
or
on
either
it.
he's insane. I think maybe both.
Yeah.
It could be that.
I
also want to say, both of you will appreciate just the Uncle Leo. The guy, the new Pope's name is going to be Leo the 14th.
Hey, hello.
Remember when Uncle Leo had the drawn on eyebrows?
Sir, calm down.
That's going in your chart.
I figured you both would appreciate that.
Yeah.
And we did.
Yep.
Mike P has a very interesting theory about Jason Tatum. His jersey is never messed up or untucked. I think his jersey is a onesie.
Wow.
You know what? I've never heard that theory. I've never thought about that theory.
It hasn't been disproven.
In this series, he does look like a child amongst men.
Is Jason Tatum wearing a onesie on the basketball court?
But I do respect keeping the jersey tucked in. I like that.
You like a nice tucked-in jersey?
Yes.
You can get thrown out of a high school game for not having it tucked in.
That's a little much.
Bring it to the big leagues.
That's
they will write you up and send it to Chapel Hill. They will let them know.
It's a lot much. Zach, you covering any high school baseball playoffs?
Yes. Guess where I'm heading, actually. Not quite after I leave here, but I'm going to the Hollywood Crossroads. Gonna have
See
Jason.
you at the crossroads. Zach chiming in.
Had to.
Round two.
We got Conley Vikings, New Hanover coming to town. So we'll have Jason Mills on at 5:20 live on Channel 9 on your side. Usually, I'm on the left side today, strong side, but we got Jason Mills coming on. So Conley baseball, softball tonight. It's like they split it in half. Like half of the teams move their games to tonight because they're worried about rain tomorrow, and the other half are playing on Friday.
So is this round two?
This is round two.
Okay.
So, three, you got to win tonight. You got to win this round, and then 3 and 4, and then you're in the Eastern Finals.
Early on in my radio career, I was still a college student, but I was just taking any radio job I could. Yada yada yada. I somehow ended up calling Jacksonville High School basketball for a season. And
you would go from here down there.
Yeah, home and road games, and went to New Hanover, and very neat. It was like they hadn't touched it in 40 years, but they have a lot of cool alumni there. Trot Nixon and Sonny Jurgensen.
Their gym is supposed to be awesome,
to name a couple.
At New Hanover.
Well, this has been like 20 years now. Good God.
I bet it's been the same. I bet it looks the same.
But they had a lot of stuff, honoring those guys, and that was pretty cool. So there's my cool, neat New Hanover story.
The original Dirt Dog. But they, I think it's one of those where it's like the seats are above the court, and then there's like the court is like a story down.
I like
almost.
the arenas where the seats are below the court,
like
and you can't even see it.
Vanderbilt.
No, I'm talking like way low. Like the court's like 20 feet, 20 feet up.
Like in the Final Four?
But you're just, all you can do is hear the ball bouncing and the swish. So, and you got to think about who gets the tip and keep up with it. Because if not, you don't know who scored. It's really hard to keep up with.
Sounds like watching a game blind.
It is. It's a fun way to watch basketball.
Sounds pretty challenging.
Let's take a break. We'll come back more with Zach Kaplan. We'll talk a little Pirate baseball. By the way, softball Pirates still scoreless.
0-0.
ECU and Charlotte. ECU has.
Hey, who's that at the plate clip?
How many runs, Shirley?
0.
And Charlotte has.
0.
There you go.
Emma Jackson at the plate for the Pirates. The all AAC snub herself.
Emma Jackson, we've had her on a couple of times.
Great interview.
Yeah, she's cool. Very focused too, like locked in, and has more time here too, right, Shirley? Another year,
one more year.
Ooh, does a little stare at the pitcher there.
Just took a walk on 5 pitches.
She's got a little cockiness in her game too. I like that.
A snub, you can't see it on the broadcast, but she's got a real chip on her shoulder.
That she does. We'll take a break, come back, have more for you. Pirate Radio Live after these words.
At Langley Contracting, we're superior roofing specialists. Whether it's a new roof or repairing your old one, we've got you covered. And best of all, we handle your insurance claims. We are locally owned right here in Eastern Carolina. We are licensed and insured and have a 25-year roof warranty. We can handle your gutter installation too, so everything is seamless. Call or visit us online at 214roof.com for your free estimate today.
Langley Contracting, your superior roofing specialist.
Doug Henry of Greenville is looking for your trade-in and your business. Doug Henry of Greenville is right on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial, and always right on the price and looking to beat every offer out there. Bring in any offer from CarMax, and they will beat it by $500. Just bring it in and you won't be disappointed. Doug Henry of Greenville has over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily, and you can always check them out online at DougHenryGreenville.com. Doug Henry, right on the corner and right on the price.
Pirate fans, the East Carolina football season ticket campaign presented by Hamill Builders is underway. The Pirates are looking to build momentum off an 8-win season and that Military Bowl win over North Carolina State. Head coach Blake Harrell wants you to be a part of his first full season as the Pirate head coach. Season tickets can be purchased for as little as $115. Call 1-800-DIAL-ECU or go to ECUPirates.com today to get your 2025 season tickets.
Are you thinking about purchasing a new home? Stop by and see us at Integrity Home Mortgage at our new location in Greenville at 1420 Arlington Boulevard. This is Talbot Green at Integrity Home Mortgage. We offer a wide variety of loan programs to help get you pre-approved. Our team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir has over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with superior customer service you deserve.
To get started, call me, Joanne Weir, at 531-1148.
Joanne Weir, NMLS 75974. For informational purposes only, Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is an equal housing lender, NMLS 208516.
Hey, it's Lindsay Gray with Carolina Caliber. May and June will be here soon, and Mom and Dad are due for something extra special. There's no better gift than the protection of life. Empower your parent with a trip to Carolina Caliber. From home defense to concealed carry and tons of other personal protection and shooting sports gear, your parents deserve to choose from the finest selection in Eastern NC. Plus, the summer will be sizzling with exceptional factory promotions they won't want to miss. Grab a gift card and send them on over to Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. It's a time-honored tradition.
Chico's Chico's Mexican Restaurant is where the fiesta never ends. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's every Wednesday for shrimp tacos for only $9.99. Plus Wednesdays means all Mexican imports for just $2.99. Thursdays, enjoy your favorite beef, chicken, or vegetable fajitas for only $9.99. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Chico's, where the fiesta never ends.
Have you ever seen those exotic aquariums like the guys do in Las Vegas on television? You ever thought about having one of these aquariums in your business? It's more affordable than you think. This is Hal Pruitt with rentafishtank.com. We can make having an aquarium in your business turnkey with no work, cleaning, or hassles for you. Rentafishtank.com creates a relaxing atmosphere and keeps children occupied. Rentafishtank.com already services many dental, pediatric, and doctor offices, plus hospitals and senior living centers. Check us out at rentafishtank.com.
East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Greenville is the place to find your next pre-owned vehicle. From high-end SUVs to trucks to cars, starting at just $99.95. There's no better place to find quality pre-owned trucks and SUVs than East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep. Pre-owned inventory with a factory-certified 7-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty.
Go to ecauto.com.
East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep, across from the Cockerel in Greenville. Come see us!
Your quality pre-owned selection is at East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep.
This is retired ECU baseball player Charlie Yorgan, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. At Langley Contracting, they are the superior roofing specialists. Whether it's a new roof or repairing your old one, they've got you covered. And best of all, they handle your insurance claims. They are locally owned right here in Eastern North Carolina, and they handle your gutter installation too, so everything is seamless. They're licensed and insured, and they have a 25-year roof warranty. Call them or visit them online at 214roof.com for your free estimate today. Langley Contracting, your superior roofing specialist. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
Yeah, Zach. Career-ending injury for me. Broken thumb ended what could have been a stellar baseball career. Some guys are continuing to play after high school. Lee Parker, Brandon Warren, and Jace Stanisiek, to name a few. They are on the club baseball team. We'll talk to those guys coming up. In hour number 2, we got the need for Snead. Tyler Snead joins us in hour 2 as well. We got Greg Hudson, Danny Beal coming up later on in the show. Zach Kaplan here now as East Carolina taking on Charlotte in the AAC softball tournament. No score between the Niners and Pirates on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard, presented by The Buck.
The Buck.
Got some day baseball today. Red Sox up 4-0 on the Rangers in the 7th inning.
Let's go Sox.
White Sox getting shut out by the Royals, 4-0 that score.
How many wins we at?
Sorry, Bone.
We're still at 10.
All right.
What's the magic number there?
54.
Yeah, we got to get to 54.
You got to heat up a little this summer.
Man, there's like 8 months left.
Can the White Sox heat up? They're kind of at
we have a Pope from Chicago now.
That's what I'm saying.
I feel like they're at room temp at best.
That is scalding hot for the White Sox.
I feel like they've been in the freezer here for a couple of years.
We've been in the back of the freezer, dude.
Orioles stink. They lose to the Twins 5-2.
Twins.
And Tigers all over the Rockies 7-0 that score.
Those have been a mystery this year. I know you guys did a segment on it yesterday, but
those,
yeah, they've been a mystery.
Braves trying to get to 500 every time they have a chance. They lose. They lost last night. They'll play the Reds again coming up tonight at home. Also, Canes and Caps game 2. You said you're going to be there Saturday. You think?
Trying to. We got to see. Well, now with weather, I know. Don't ask Cliff Godwin about the weather, but I got to ask ECU Athletics what they're going to do if we get rain tomorrow. So,
as far as baseball goes?
Yeah, because you would think if they have a doubleheader, they'd probably do senior day like in between games. So kind of thinking if they did that, shoot game 1, get senior day, and try to go to Raleigh and get there,
I mean, Do you think they would delay the game tomorrow because it's 25% less past 6 o'clock?
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
What time's the game?
That's pretty good.
6.
So delay it to
7:30.
Clip, you're the de facto pregame show for many Pirate fans tomorrow.
Yeah, it's exciting.
You think we see? I mean, Ethan Norby is the projected starter for tomorrow, but that changed last week. You think that stays the same, or?
Man, I would hope they just try to throw him this Friday and next Friday, and then line him up for that Tuesday game in Clearwater. I mean, you would think, and that's the only thing that matters at this point, right? So if you start him this Friday, you start him next Friday, and that's Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then you play Tuesday.
Yeah.
So I would hope that's how they kind of line him up from here, but it's been anyone's guess of late.
Face-off times for Carolina, 7 o'clock tonight, ESPN. 6 o'clock Saturday. I like that. That's a full day of tailgating for Canes fans.
6 o'clock face-off.
Interesting. What did you think it was?
7.
Did ESPN get it wrong?
Well, it's TNT, so maybe ESPN got it wrong.
Uh-huh.
Are you what app are you looking at? Or website?
I am on ESPN. The game's on TNT. Our pets' heads are falling off. Monday, Canes will play at home 7 o'clock. We think about game 2 coming up tonight, Zach.
No, you're right. That's what I was thinking of Monday. As far as game 2 tonight, to actually answer your question, I don't know. I mean, you feel like they were the better team.
I know.
As Jared likes to say, they were the tougher team.
I thought they were the tougher team.
They were in game 1. They vastly outplayed them. And the fact that I came back from shooting all these high school baseball games and it was still 1-0 Caps was unbelievable. But I mean, Rod kind of said it post game. It's like they didn't panic. Like they're only, one shot ties the game, and they kind of stuck to what works. And it was the Caps who really looked overmatched. I was surprised by that. I do think the Caps even the series tonight, but
look,
it'd be something if they get both in Washington.
It's a bit of a reverse jinx, but it's the smart play. I'm taking the Capitals tonight, plus 140.
Yeah.
This is a team that had
really
over 100 points this year at home, game 2. It's not a must-win, but, man, if they're down 2-0 going to Carolina.
Yeah, I mean, no way a team of that caliber loses at home 2 times in a row.
I hear a reverse jinx attempt from the...
That wasn't a reverse
No,
jinx.
he's talking about the Celtics.
Yeah.
Oh,
keep up.
How to tell when the guest is watching softball over. My bad, Jared. Hi, how are you?
Doing pretty good.
I was wondering what the silence was there. That would explain it.
Yep.
That hurt. Thanks, Jared.
No problem.
Man,
you had.
Why do they suck?
You said the absolute dumbest thing to me and Chandler last night.
Oh wow!
You were like, I'd rather just be a lottery team than do this in the second round. Don't you guys agree? And me and Chandler being Hornets fans, it's like we haven't won a playoff series since what, 2002, 2001.
I thought about what I said to you last night, and I am on the air. I'm gonna take it back.
Yeah, you went home, looked in the mirror, said that was pretty stupid.
I'm gonna retract that statement.
What do you see when you look in the mirror?
Lately, what can I say on the radio and not get in trouble for?
I will say this.
I was going to say more chins than
All right, yeah.
But no, I'm not going to say that. So.
Well, they don't have phone books anymore. She moved her knee into the plate.
For those wondering, a Charlotte batter was hit by a pitch.
No,
but she kind of leaned into it.
Our pitch was hit by a knee.
Sir, there's a second spitter. There must have been.
Do you agree with this? I disagree, and Zach is now disagreeing with his own take that he'd rather just win 20 games than.
No, I've retracted the take.
Would you rather your team in the playoffs get blown out for the season to end, or lose a heartbreaker?
Blown out.
Me too. And
absolutely.
That when Washington gave up 50 whatever to the Eagles, I came away from that feeling a lot better than if it was 28-27.
Yeah, because then you're like, wow, these 2-3 plays,
yep.
And then you're thinking about it all offseason.
Yep, and I'm not thinking about it at all.
Depends on who we're playing. That's my thing. Because losing to the Eagles like that, okay, gotcha. But if you lost to the Buccaneers like that in the wild card, it's like, oof, we might not be too good.
Maybe that would have hurt. I mean, yeah, Washington had a lot of,
but even just getting into the playoffs,
good graces stored in the bank after beating the Lions and the Bucks. So maybe. But generally speaking, and maybe it's not for every game. Like regular season, maybe I'd rather be more competitive than lose by 50.
Because like a couple years ago, the Hornets losing by 40 in the play-in, that does not make me feel good.
Yeah, true.
Here's my Celtics thing. They're in the middle of an ownership. I'll make it like 90 seconds. They're in the middle of an ownership change. Okay, the payroll is going down. They spent up to the second apron already. They're already like up to the limit as far as NBA spending goes. So this is the last year of this group. There has to be an urgency because it's not like at some point we're going to get to where Tatum and Brown are both making $60 million a year each, and you can only spend $210, and if they're taking $120 of it,
so who are they losing?
I think probably Porzingis.
Drew.
Holiday is another guy who's been floated out there.
Horford's going to retire.
Horford probably is hanging it up, you would think. So the other thing is like ownership changes. Clip, do I have to remind you of what happened when Dan Snyder bought at the time Redskins?
You can remind me what happened when Josh Brown bought the Commanders.
I don't think
ownership changes are awesome.
They can go both. They can go both
What's
directions.
His name? Josh Harris.
Josh Harris. Yeah, but it's. I mean, there's concern. There's no guarantee that the new guy comes in and this new guy's also a super fan who also grew up in the Eastern Massachusetts.
Is it Bill Simmons?
we have not heard from the fact that people haven't heard from him is kind of concerning.
Is he going to rebuild the garden?
It does need a little renovation, but
all right, Mike P. How does Zach feel about Deuce Tatum? I mean, enough of that kid already, right?
I don't have as much of an issue with him as some Celtics fans do. Like,
what's the issue?
But they kind of treat him like he's on the team, like he's on the court during warmups. He's in the locker room.
He's a kid.
He's in the locker room post game. The devil's advocate. I mean, I don't have an issue with it, but there are some Celtics fans who think it's a distraction, and Tatum's not as locked in as he could have been. Speaking of locked in, I think Charlotte just locked in a couple of runs.
It's not like it's Bronny.
He's not actually on the team.
The kid's 8, right?
Pirates in a little bit of trouble. A 2-run double by Charlotte puts up the Niners 2-0. Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by the Buck.
The Buck. So that's my issue. I'm concerned with the ownership change, and what does it look like going forward when Brown and Tatum are making supermaxes?
Kenny says Zach Kaplan is becoming one of my favorite sports guys.
Appreciate you, Kenny. Thank you.
That's nice.
That's very nice of him.
Pike liked the show. Thank you, Pike. Said, listen on radio from Kinston to Greenville. Things are looking up from the Gulf of America to the American Pope in Rome. All right.
What's up, Pike?
The Pope has probably been to Portillo's and Culver's in his life.
When the Gulf of Mexico became the Gulf of America, like that was one of the turning points in my life.
Yeah.
Like, I've never been so proud.
I will say this about the Pope. If he's truly American, the Vatican will have a Cracker Barrel within the next 6 months.
Do your NFC North projections
Did you just call
change?
the Pope a cracker?
No.
Okay.
I mean, if the shoe fits, but I was just talking about a fine establishment being.
I mean, Antonio Brown probably will, but I'll leave that to him.
I bet I can beat you in that game with the little pegs.
I don't know, man.
You good?
You seem like an ignoramus to me.
What a reference. That's really good.
What if he blesses the Bears?
The Bears.
It is funny. We got a Pope from Chicago before a Bears quarterback threw for 4,000 yards.
That tweet is made the rounds today. It's amazing. Like, it's just like a guy from Chicago went to Villanova, and now he's the Pope. I mean, America is really cooking.
That's the American dream.
When you think about it.
And I've thought about it.
Now, the guy they only get an apartment, Clip. How do you feel about that? I feel like they deserve a little more.
But they get that cool Pope mobile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
You kind of get your own theme song, too.
What?
Dun, 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 dun.
Sure.
Or was that just Family Guy putting that in my head?
It might just be Family Guy.
I thought that was a thing, but
I was unaware of that.
Might be Family Guy.
We got to take a break. Mike P says, I would take Clip's hockey advice. I mean, this guy talks stick flex and junk. That is true. We get into the weeds on hockey on this show. Zach, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Good luck to your basketball team.
And good luck to your Conley Vikings. We'll see how they do tonight.
Go Vikes.
Canes, game 2.
Go Vikes, go Canes. We will talk to you later on.
Sounds good.
We'll take a break, come back, have more for you. Big hour 2 on tap. Tyler Snead joins us. We'll talk some ECU Club baseball as well. It's all ahead after this.
Roberto here with Orthopedics East, and I'm excited to share that we've partnered with Fleet Feet to bring you a community race series that includes 3 awesome races throughout the year, each one benefiting a local nonprofit making a real difference right here in our town. Starting with the Big Run June 7th, benefiting Ainsley's Angels, the Glow Run November 8th, benefiting Building Hope, and the Santa Dash December 13th, benefiting Riley's Army. To sign up, go to runtoeast.com. Join us in running for a cause and making every mile matter.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates!
Stella Artois is a world-renowned Belgian beer with over 650 years of brewing heritage. Stella's rich, full flavor and smooth finish is perfect for making moments worth more. Stella's non-alcohol option, Stella 0.0, offers the same iconic taste without the alcohol, ideal for those looking to enjoy Stella anytime. Stella, whether celebrating big or small, Stella is the perfect choice for elevating the everyday. Proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
Looking for an adventure that's refreshing in more ways than one? Welcome to River Vibes, where nature meets flavor. Freely paddle through the stunning Pamlico River on one of our kayaks or stand-up paddle boards. After your adventure, cool down with one of our mouth-watering smoothies, refreshers, boba teas, or fresh juices. Plus, grab some awesome River Vibes gear to remember the day. River Vibes, where every moment is a splash of fun. Visit us in historic downtown Washington or on Facebook or Instagram. Ride, relax, and refresh at River Vibes.
While you're sleeping, our whole hogs are slow cooking over wood to create that bite that Eastern North Carolina is known for. I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have been the torchbearers for what whole hog barbecue is supposed to be. At Sam Jones, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors. Everything, and I mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Come on over and see us at Sam Jones Barbecue, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. Sam Jones Barbecue, Fire Tower Road.
Matey, this old ship's looking worse than a sea monster's backside. Look at these splintered planks, this saggy deck. It's a bloody mess.
You be right, mate. Even the galley's a disaster. Me kitchen's more like a dungeon than a place for cooking.
What we need is someone who can fix this old tub, make it shine like treasure.
Wait, I've heard of KDL Construction in Greenville. Kathy Herring and her crew do magical things with remodeling. They can fix up kitchens, bathrooms, even whole ships. Homes.
Aye, and she talks to her crew like a true captain. No surprises, just smooth sailing. I heard they got a skilled crew with cabinets, counters, and everything we need.
Aye, let's call KDL Construction, mate. It's time to turn this rust bucket into a beauty. I'm gonna visit KDLConstructionLLC.com today.
KDL Construction, turning your home from shipwrecked to ship shape. Arr!
There have been many changes in the automotive world. At Phelps Chevrolet, the Phelps boys are here to take care of you. Mike, Daryl, and 4 of Mr. Phelps' grandsons, Wade, West, Allen, and Clay. You see, things at Phelps remain the same. The Phelps team has served Eastern North Carolina for over 50 years. We make your visit easy and fun. We are your neighbors, and that's what neighbors do. Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville. Like Mr. Phelps' great-granddaughter says, come in and get you one.
Find new roads with Chevrolet at PhelpsChevrolet.com.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Your
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Quality Equipment is your full-service John Deere dealer with 36 locations to serve you. Quality Equipment is open in Winterville next to Sam's Club. Or visit qualityequip.com to find the location near you. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Pirates get one on the board, 2-1, fourth inning. Charlotte leading East Carolina in the, I guess, third round, because there was a game before East Carolina played. Quarterfinals. We'll call it quarterfinals of the AAC softball tournament. All right, let's we got a couple interviews here this segment, starting with East Carolina, former East Carolina wide receiver, now with the Montreal Alouettes, Tyler Snead, who joins us on the Pirate Radio Live line. Tyler, good to catch up with you. How you doing, man?
Good. How you doing?
Doing good. Good to catch up with you. As been talking a bit of a CFL because we talk to Justin Hardy every week. He's getting ready for another season with the Ottawa Red Blacks, and in one of our conversations, he said he's crossed paths with you a couple times. So we got some Pirates floating up there. I know Stanley Bryant is likely a CFL Hall of Famer whenever he decides to hang it up. But you come across some Pirates up there every now and then.
Yes, sir. We got a couple up there, and I just saw Hampton Ergel just signed with Toronto as well. So just add one more to the CFL list.
Awesome stuff. Tyler, are you back with the Alouettes for this year?
Yes, sir. I'm actually I'm on the way up there right now. I'm excited to be back.
I know Hardy said training camp started for him either today or tomorrow. So y'all about ready to get going as well?
Yes, sir. I just they got physicals, I think, today and tomorrow, and then Saturday, Sunday is kind of when we kick it in and get it going.
What was the off season like for you, Tyler? Where were you staying, and what did that entail?
Off season was good. I was just staying in Raleigh, training with a good group of guys that I've kind of grown up around and still kind of keep in touch with, and so I was there the whole time, and then I kind of bounced around and traveled a little bit, which was nice. But yeah, man, I'm ready to go. It's a month away till the season starts, so I'm excited for it.
Tyler Snead joining us. Tyler, let's talk about your time since leaving East Carolina. And first of all, I'll ask you. You know, you had a decision to make. You played a lot of football here at ECU, and we're ready to move on with the next chapter of your life. But do you still, happy with your decision to leave East Carolina with an opportunity to come back?
Yeah, I mean, I know we've talked about it before.
Yeah.
I just kind of, whenever I decided to make the decision, my main thing was kind of just don't look back and regret it. If you're going to go one way, do it 100%. If you're going to go a different way, then do that 100%. And so I try not to look back at it and think of it as regret. I try to just look back and say, man, I had a great time, and I enjoyed playing with 4 seasons with that group of guys, those coaching staff. So that's more so my outlook on it. But I mean, yeah, it's brought me where I am today too, thanks to God and everything. So I'm good with the decision, and I'm happy about it.
And Holden Naylor shouted you out this week when we talked to him because we've got some guys, Rajay Harris and Dustin Hall and Winston Wright getting training camp invites. Parker Moore as well. We talked to him the other day, but he talked about how you went from an invite to, signing a contract with the NFL team, the Pittsburgh Steelers. So, how about the journey those guys are on right now? It's an uphill battle, right, Tyler? You really gotta work your tail off to get your spot.
No, yes, sir. It's different going in there and just knowing that it's going to be an uphill battle, but I know all those guys you mentioned are ballers. I watched them the past couple years. I know they can all play, and they can all play at the next level. So I'm excited to see what noise they make and how things shake out for them.
And, of course, we got Holt, we got Zay Winstead, Garrett McGinn, some others who are playing in the UFL, Tyler. So you've got options out there. Why CFL for you? Why do you like that league up there, which, again, is a great professional football league?
Yeah, I mean, I know it's an established league, and I knew that kind of going in. I did my research on it and everything, and then, you know, they have certain advantages that I like up there. You know, the field's a little wider.
Yeah.
It's a little longer, and obviously you get the run and start, and I think that can kind of play into my game well and what I kind of am good at. And so, yeah, I knew that, you know, I might have a better advantage and better shot going up there and trying to do my thing. And, you know, I'm going in year 3 now, so.
Tyler, when you're a kid growing up, you know, in the Triangle, your dream probably isn't to win a Grey Cup, but how, you know, it's awesome. I talked to Justin Hardy. I said, what would it mean for you, Justin, to win a Grey Cup? He said it would mean everything because he didn't win at West Craven. He didn't win a championship there. Won bowl games here at ECU, but did not win a championship. Lost in the Super Bowl for the Falcons. So for him, he said the Grey Cup would mean everything. You're still young in life and young in football, but do you kind of grasp how big of a deal a Grey Cup championship is for you?
Oh, yeah. And we had my first year, I was blessed to be a rookie when we won it, but I just remember a lot of the veteran guys speaking to us and just saying how rare it was and how special it was to be here, especially if you end up winning it, which we did. But, yeah, man, I cherish that moment. Just like him, I didn't really win any championships at any level, really. I know we went to the bowl game, and, you know, my year was canceled due to the COVID. But, yeah, that was kind of the first championship I won, first trophy I got to hold up, and first ring I got. So it was a huge deal for me. And now, kind of like you said, my dream is to go out there and win another one.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. Tyler Snead joining us, Montreal Alouettes receiver. Do you know, I asked Justin this too. He said the roster carryover was pretty good up there. How about for you? Do you know a lot of your current teammates? Is there a lot of off-season moves? How about that, Tyler?
Yes, sir. I mean, we got a lot of returning guys coming back from same as last year. And then obviously we got some new pieces kind of in free agency in the off-season that we're excited about. But, yeah, I know we got a lot of guys coming in for camp, and, you know, there's always new faces and new guys that go out there and grind and put on and work hard and get a shot. So I'm excited to see how everybody kind of goes into camp and how camp goes this next month of May.
It goes quick, right? From what I understand, it's like 2 weeks of grinding and then a preseason game pretty much, right?
Yeah, we kind of got 2 preseason games, and they get it in because they can stack 2-a-days together. So we kind of do double days and whatnot. So we get a lot of work in a short amount of time, but it gets you prepared.
How's again? You're still kind of in the prime of your career, Tyler. So you've taken a lot of hits at the same time here at East Carolina and in pro football. But how's the body holding up these days?
Body's good. I feel good now. I tried to put a little weight on this off season, so I'm kind of sitting around 180, which is the heaviest I've been, but I feel good running with it and kind of moving around. So hopefully it holds up again this year. Be praying about that and praying for safety for all the Pirates. But, yeah, I mean, you're going to take hits throughout a season, and it's a long season. So it's just kind of part of it and what comes with it. I just hopefully can limit the big ones.
Tyler Snead joining us. Tyler, you're probably tired of being asked about it. I bring it up just about every time we talk, but I still remember your debut with East Carolina. I don't remember the opponent. You can help me out with that. But I'm in the press box, and you make a play, you make another one. I'm looking at the roster sheet. Your name's not even on the roster sheet with ECU. It's incredible. I'm like, who is this kid out here making all these plays? And then from there, you became like the top target on the team. So that had to be incredible for you, man. And I guess just an example of hard work paying off, right? But who was that game against when you made your debut?
It was, I'll never forget it, Memphis. We were playing Memphis at home. 2018 season, and that was when, you know, I kind of got the call up the week of. Coach told me that I was going to get a couple snaps in, and then I ended up playing a pretty good amount throughout that game. So that was like my first experience and kind of introduction to everything. I always say my first play out there, I didn't even notice the defense. I was just trying to do my job and not mess anything up. But yeah, Memphis 2018.
Man.
forever ago now.
And from there, you just took off. And another game that comes to my mind, unfortunately, it's a 59-51 loss. But how's the body feel after you go 19 for 240 and 3 touchdowns?
It felt good during, and then after you kind of realize the adrenaline high wears off off the plane and stuff. It's it's hurting. I remember I took one hit that game that had me hurting a little bit, but I mean, like I said, it's just part of it. I know that's part of the game, and that's what comes with it. And I know, if somebody hits me pretty good, I don't have enough body weight and stuff like that to kind of hold up. But I've held up pretty good so far in my career, so I just got to keep doing it.
I mean, you go like 5 or 6 catches for 80, 90 yards and a touchdown. That's a hell of a day. You pretty much tripled those numbers, more than that, quadrupled in one game. Like, there's no way you realized during the game you had 19 catches, right? Did you look at the stat sheet after the game and say, oh my God? Well,
Nah, I had no clue. And that game was so fun because it was just a shootout.
Yeah.
And, SMU was good at that time. I think they were ranked, so we were trying to go in there and knock them off, and they had a good atmosphere there too. So I was not worried about any of that. I was just worried about trying to move the ball, trying to go down there and score and put up points and try and take the lead. And so I didn't even notice until kind of afterwards. And I had some family there, and they were all happy. And we lost, so I wasn't happy. But
right.
The realization didn't kick in until after the fact.
Tyler, man, I don't know how much you followed it this year, but a roller coaster season for East Carolina last year. Mike Houston gets fired, make a quarterback change. Caden Hauser comes in. Blake Harrell takes over as the interim. Nobody thought Blake Harrell was going to be hired as the full-time head coach, but the Pirates kept winning, kept getting better. Just the whole vibe and atmosphere was so positive. They beat State in the bowl game, and then Blake Harrell, named the head coach. And how about, you're on the offensive side, but what do you remember about Blake Harrell from your time here, and then what do you think about him being the head coach?
Yeah, well, I love Coach Harrell. He's a great coach. I loved him when he was there. I got 2 years with him. He was on the defensive side, so there's a lot of kind of battles going back and forth when I was on offense and whatnot. But he's just real smart coach, really good with players and how he treats his players and just kind of how he goes about the game of football in general. And so I thought it was a great hire, man. I was happy for him. I saw him at one of these East Carolina baseball games while I was back home in Raleigh and got to talk with him for a little bit.
Cool.
But, yeah, I'm excited for this year. I know we're returning quarterbacks again, and I know new guys will step up and do their thing, so I'm excited for it. Both my parents went to State, so there's always trash talk going around the house, especially coming up first game this year. So,
heck yeah, man, that's going to be a big one. Pirates trying to beat them 2 times in a row, coming off the big Rajay Harris run for the game-winning touchdown in the bowl game. Tyler,
got that game too.
Oh, nice,
so excited.
Nice. Yeah, a lot of Pirates former players up there, right?
Oh, yeah, I saw Holton down there, Sean Bailey, a couple of the guys.
Good deal. Tyler, a couple of Canada questions. So I like watching Top Chef. They're in Canada this year. I've only seen a couple episodes, but one of them, they had everybody make their style of poutine or whatever. Are you a fan of that?
Yeah, it's different than what I'm used to with the fries and the gravy and cheese curds, but they kind of dress it up to where you can load it up with whatever you want. It's almost like a buffet. You can just kind of put whatever on it, and if you get the right combination, it's very good.
All right,
it's very good.
And are you speaking any French yet? Because Montreal, it's a big French-speaking area, right?
It is. I'm learning a couple sayings. I like to learn a couple new ones every year, but it's just I tried to get on a Duolingo app and kind of grind it out.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. The pronunciation is a lot different up there. And it's just a lot for me. I try and keep up with what I can. So I know a couple sayings and whatnot, but I'm not fluent in it yet.
Tyler Snead joining us. Tyler, it's personal questions. You don't have to answer if you don't want to, but do you have like a lady in your life? You married, engaged, anything?
No, sir. No, sir.
All right.
I'm still single. Yes, sir.
And I'm asking because, like, you got your teammates, right? Do you have, like, friends or anybody up there in Canada, or you kind of stick to the team when you're in season and living up there?
Yeah, so I roomed with a couple of my teammates last year. I'm rooming with a new one this year. So a lot of the guys on the team, I'll kind of hang around and, we're in the facility all day. And then, whenever we go out or something and grab a bite to eat, we'll all go together. So it's a good way to, like, form the brotherhood with your locker mates and all that. So I enjoy it. I enjoy getting out there and doing stuff with the guys.
Good deal. How's Montreal as far as the city, nightlife, living, all that?
Yeah, it's good. I like it. It's like a mini New York City.
Okay.
It's downtown is amazing. They got a bunch of shops, a bunch of stores. All you can imagine. You can kind of walk around everywhere. Take the metro. So it's really easy to get around there. It's nice to kind of walk around on a nice day and just do whatever. So I enjoy it a lot, man. And it's a good switch up from being back home in Raleigh for 6 months. It's a nice balance between the two.
Yeah. Tyler, I kind of catch the Hurricanes fever during the playoffs. Got my new hat on today, ready for Game 2 tonight against the Capitals. The Canadian team has not won the Stanley Cup since Montreal won in 1993. So I know those people up there love their hockey. The Canadians are out of it. So are they? How much do they get on board with your team up there with the CFL?
With the Hurricanes, yeah. I mean, they asked me about it. They keep up with hockey. I mean, I think they're just big hockey fans up there, and I know they were going crazy when Montreal made the playoffs this year. I know, unfortunately, they lost. But I hope I can swing some Hurricanes fans out of some people up there, especially some teammates.
And how about, do they show that kind of passion for Alouettes football? How excited do they get for the CFL up there?
Oh, yeah, our fans are great, man. I say we got the best fans in the league. You go to a game, and it's packed out, and they got blowhorns and everything going on.
Nice.
They show out, and they show us a lot of love, and, they get us hyped up for game day, and it's awesome.
Well, Snead, good to catch up with you, man. We'll let you run. I know busy times coming up for you with training camp and everything, but we wish you the best of luck. You still got a ton of fans around these parts, man. So good luck. We'll do it again down the road, but looking forward to watching some of your games this year, Tyler.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you having me on.
Tyler Snead joining us today on Pirate Radio Live. And if you know what I'm talking about when I say literally had never heard of the guy. I thought he was a creative player, like a student won a contest to join the football team. This little white kid getting open, catching balls, name not on the roster. Craziest thing ever. I did learn he was a real player that day because the only person that knew who he was Brandon Simmons, because he maybe coached him in high school or coached against him in the Raleigh area. And Brandon Simmons says, yeah, that's Tyler Snead. He's a dog. And, man, it turned out to be a major weapon for the Pirate offense, and great to see him still having success in football. Let's take a break. We'll come back, talk a little club baseball. Lee Parker, Brandon Warren, and Jay Stanisic from ECU Club Baseball join us after this timeout.
Spring is a great time to plant flowers, trees, and bushes. When planning your landscape, please keep in mind that you should never plant anything within 3 feet of a gas, electric, or water meter. The same thing applies if you have an electric transformer in your yard, except keep plants 8 feet clear of the front in case crews need access during a storm or an outage. Always remember to call 811 at least 3 business days before you dig to avoid underground lines. This important safety message is from your neighbors at Greenville Utilities.
Doug Henry of Greenville is looking for your trade-in and your business. Doug Henry of Greenville is right on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial, and always right on the price and looking to beat every offer out there. Bring in any offer from CarMax, and they will beat it by $500. Just bring it in and you won't be disappointed. Doug Henry of Greenville has over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily, and you can always check them out online at DougHenryGreenville.com. Doug Henry, right on the corner and right on the price.
Stella Artois is a world-renowned Belgian beer with over 650 years of brewing heritage. Stella's rich, full flavor and smooth finish is perfect for making moments worth more. Stella's non-alcohol option, Stella 0.0, offers the same iconic taste without the alcohol, ideal for those looking to enjoy Stella anytime. Stella, whether celebrating big or small, Stella is the perfect choice for elevating the everyday. Proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
Hey, buddy, it's me, your foot.
What? Are you okay?
Not so much. These old shoes are killing me.
But I've had these for years.
Years? I've been stuck in these things and now I'm screaming. You need custom fit shoes, my friend. And we're not talking one size fits all here. You need comfort, support, and most importantly, freedom.
Well, how do I get that?
Head over to Fleet Feet. They'll make me feel like $1 million and keep you running strong.
Fleet Feet at the Old Gordon's Golf location on Arlington Boulevard. They custom fit every shoe for your unique foot. Visit Fleet Feet and step into comfort. Your feet will thank you.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Good news, business travelers. PGV and American Airlines has added a new early morning flight available now. Book today at aa.com and be on time for that connection in Charlotte. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American flights perfect for your next trip. PGV, where the Pirates fly.
We got the bases covered when it comes to having fun. Watch the Down East Bird Dogs play.
Big League Baseball returns to historic Granger Stadium in Kinston Friday, May 9th when our Down East Bird Dogs face off against the Ottawa Titans. Join Bojangles for opening night Friday, May 9th in Kinston. Learn more at downeastbirddogs.com.
We got the bases covered when it comes to having fun. Watch the Down East Bird Dogs play.
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
If you're looking for a delicious home-cooked country breakfast or lunch, look no further than CD's Grill. CD's Grill in Winterville has the best country cooking around. Start your day with CD's mouth-watering homemade cheese biscuits, eggs cooked to order, and pancakes so big and fluffy there's no way you leave hungry. Open Monday through Friday from 5:30 a.m. until 2 p.m. and Saturday from 5:30 to 11 a.m. CD's has lunch specials and an all-you-can-eat salad bar. Stop by, say hey to owner Jason Brown and the CD's crew. CD's Grill, 111 West Fire Tower Road in Winterville. CD's Grill, the best country cooking around.
Petey Pablo in the house with the Pirate Nation, and we about to raise up one time. Turn me up.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Where do you find the best selection of pre-owned vehicles in Eastern North Carolina? DriveHereNow.com. DriveHereNow.com is a combination of Greenville Auto World and Greenville Motor Company, and is fully stocked with an inventory of SUVs, trucks, and cars. Get shopping today at DriveHereNow.com. DriveHereNow.com, supporting the Pirates for over 48 years. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Pirates have tied it up down in Tampa, 2-2. Bases loaded. The Conley product, Anna Sawyer up. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on down the line, foul ball.
Speaking of Anna, she hit a home run earlier in the game to cut the lead in half, and I have a stat to consider for you.
Let's consider it.
The stats to consider.
When Anna hit that home run, that was the 75th home run of the year for East Carolina softball, which, by the way, is an ECU record and leads the conference, as the next pitch is just a bit outside. Is it a 3-1 count?
Did you get through your stat?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry. 2-2.
Pirates dropping bombs. Yeah, I'm going to do play-by-play here before we get to our interview with the club baseball guys, because this is a key moment for Shane Winkler's Pirates. I need one of them hats. It's got the biggest pirate logo on the back I've ever seen. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled away. Anna Sawyer, take it in.
He's got the coolest, of course, East Carolina and Adidas school, but he's got a pair of gold Adidas that are just fire.
Shoe game.
Oh, his shoe game is on point.
The 2-2 delivery from Redhead. Swung out and bounced it. Foul ball. The radio audience would hate me because
You sound like the VCU guy.
Not sure what's going on. Savarino, however, going to the line.
All right, 2-2. The count
Just a few seconds
remains.
ago was in this exact
Get this
position.
guy off.
I wanted him to say
The 2-2 pitch. Ball 3. High and outside. It'll be a full count.
you got a full count, bases juiced, 1 out, score tied.
That is a big logo.
It is a very big back of the hat logo.
Good Lord, yeah, I just saw that.
The payoff pitch coming from already.
Yarnall.
The pitch.
Oh!
Fly ball.
Fly ball.
Center field.
Deep field.
Going
Go.
back.
Oh!
Caught at the wall. 1 run will score, and the Pirates take a lead, and Anna Sawyer was feet away from hitting a grand slam.
I don't think it was feet away. It was inches. I mean, she had her back up against the wall when she
I
got
got to
back.
get a new color person. If they're going to disagree with me, what's the point of having them here?
I wish I had a rebuttal, but you do have a point.
Has there ever been a play-by-play color analyst fight on the air?
Oh, man. This has
No.
That
Yeah,
would be
okay,
great.
good.
We need to find one of those.
What?
A play-by-play and a color analyst yelling at each other during the game.
I mean, I'm pretty sure.
You suck at your job. You suck at your job.
I'm pretty sure Mike Breen, Mark Jackson, and Jeff Van Gundy got into it.
Yeah.
One of my favorite stories was one that Jeff Charles told me a long time ago about a commentary guy that he worked with. I don't think he was the color analyst, but or the guy was the play-by-play voice, and I think either Jeff was there to help or to shadow something. I don't know, but he was there. The guys, and Jeff said the guy had like quite a number of beers. Ooh, near collision out there in the outfield.
Got a lead.
Got to communicate.
Yeah, but anyway, midway through the broadcast, the guy just passed out.
Oh, wow.
He just passes out. And I don't know, the color analyst yelled touchdown or something and woke him up, but to hear Jeff tell the story was pretty funny. I'm not doing it as a service, but that's the only color like play-by-play / color commentary color analyst beef, I guess you could say. That's the only one I ever know of.
Chad said, sounded like Sawyer has hit 3 home runs already. Yeah, sorry, folks. I got a little excited.
Well, I thought it was gone. She got most of that ball.
Jamie says, okay, just had some random lady pull to my driveway cussing and yelling gibberish. That's a first.
What?
All right, thanks for sharing, Jamie.
Nice.
I hope everything's all right.
Someone pulled into his driveway?
Some lady pulled into my driveway cussing and yelling gibberish.
Okay.
If you want to add any more facts or details to that story, we'd love to hear them. But right now,
we have questions.
We need to talk to Lee Parker, Brandon Warren, and Jay Stanisic from ECU Club Baseball. They joined me in Studio C earlier today. We'll hear it right now. All right, joining us today on Pirate Radio Live, we've got the Club Baseball crew from ECU in here. We've got Lee Parker, Brandon Warren, and Jay Stanisic, and we'll get to know all you guys briefly, individually, and then talk about what's coming up with Club Baseball. But first of all, welcome in, Lee. How you doing, man?
Doing well. How are you?
Good. Where are you from?
So I'm from here, born and raised in Greenville. Went to Farmville Central High School. Left for 2 years. Went to the mountains, played ball at Brevard College. Came back here and decided to play club.
Good deal. Got a local Jag in the house, and talk about what club baseball is. I've talked to club baseball guys here at Pirate Radio for 15 or so years, but for new folks, we'll talk about what it is. But Brandon, we'll get to know you as well. Brandon Warren, where are you from, Brandon?
I'm from here, from Greenville. I went to North Pitt High School, played baseball there. Then went to Lenore Community College in Kinston, played 2 years, and moved back home.
All right.
Played club ball ECU.
Got a Panther in the house. And also Jay Stanisic
And I've only heard that last name one other time in my life, and that was in the 90s when North Carolina had a quarterback named Jason Stanisiek. And I asked Jay, any relation? And you said, yeah.
Yeah, that is my dad.
That's your dad. Pretty cool. So a Tar Heel quarterback and an East Carolina club baseball player. So are you from the Triangle, I'm assuming?
Yes, I'm from North Raleigh.
Okay. Where'd you go to high school?
I went to Wakefield High School.
Okay.
And then I came straight to ECU, and I've been playing club since my freshman year.
All right. So why club baseball? You said you played at a college previously. And we'll start with you, Lee. Why, the decision to play club baseball? Why is that a good option for baseball players?
Yeah, so I had a couple friends from the Greenville area that were playing my sophomore year of college, and I wasn't really happy where I was at school-wise, in the environment, and was looking to make a move, even without baseball. I was talking to them. They had mentioned club. I knew nothing about it. Decided to come try it out for the fall of my sophomore year, and then ended up loving it, loving the environment, the guys, having that little bit of freedom, but still being on the field, and decided to make the change.
Yeah, and I mean, dynasty is overused in sports, the word, but it's a dynasty, ECU club baseball. So, Brandon, you get to continue your baseball career, have fun with the fellas, go to school all at the same time, and how about your decision? All those things are positives, right?
Yeah, I got done at Lenore Community College and really didn't know what the next step was. I didn't know where I was going to go, and I actually planned to be done. I was going to call it quits, and another fellow teammate was in my class, one of my English classes, and kind of talked me into it and ended up coming to play.
How about you, Jay? Why club baseball for you?
Well, I knew I was coming to ECU my senior year of high school, and I was going to stop playing baseball. But I had some coaches on my high school team that were they knew some people who went and played here at club, so I just emailed the president and then showed up, and I've loved it ever since.
Let me ask positions as well.
I'm shortstop.
All right.
Catcher.
Pitcher.
All right, yeah. Well, I want to ask about pitcher. So you got to stay pretty regimented as a pitcher and everything. When you thought you were done and picked it back up, was it difficult to get the arm right, or was it
too bad?
Yeah.
I played summer ball in Wilson for the Tops and took maybe a month and a half off and kind of jumped right back into it when I got here. So it wasn't too much time of a break.
Everybody loved their Little League and Babe Ruth days. That's I retired after my freshman team at Conley due to a thumb injury, and I wasn't any good. But where does club baseball, because you mentioned summer ball as well, kind of rank as far as the most fun you've had playing baseball? Because I've heard everybody I've talked to loves it because of kind of what you said, Lee, that, I mean, it's serious. It's real baseball, but there's also kind of a bit of a freedom to it. So where does it rank as far as the fun factor for you?
I would say it's pretty neck and neck. So me and Brandon actually played Little League here in Greenville together under Ramey Steins for Brown and Wood.
Awesome, man.
So that's how we actually got to know each other. But just being able to go to the field and enjoy baseball again. A lot of guys hit that college level, and they start to feel like it's a job.
Yep.
And it's not so much a game anymore. So, our guys are at the field because they want to be. We're not forcing anybody to be there. Nobody's on scholarship. So it's really just guys enjoy the game way more than they did in high school, and I think that's why they play well and continue to stay.
And for a lot of guys, it's kind of the last step. There was a kid we had on, Tanner Duncan, yeah, who I believe went to the Astros system and from club baseball, which was awesome. But do you guys, is this it? Is slow pitch softball next, or you guys going to keep trying to play baseball?
I'm done.
This year. That's probably it.
Yeah. All right. Are you being recruited yet for slow pitch softball teams in the area?
Yes.
I assumed you were. Good stuff, man. So you guys played Greenville Little League. You said I played Winterville, and I was always jealous of my Greenville buddies because y'all got awesome field, articles in the Daily Reflector. You don't realize it because you're young, probably, but that is, and you got to play with a great coach there, Ramey Steins. But you probably look back and really appreciate those days, I would imagine.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about where this team is right now, headed to the regionals, correct? So what does that mean? Where are you guys playing this weekend?
Playing in Wilson at the Top Stadium. It's us, JMU, Virginia Tech, and NC State. So we have JMU tomorrow night at 6 o'clock.
What's the format there? Single, double?
Double.
Yeah.
It's a regular regional, NCAA regional.
Okay,
setup.
good deal. What's the record heading into this regional?
17-4.
17-4.
Yep. So we're on a 15-game win streak right now, but
Nice.
we're 17-4.
Who are the 4 losses to? Any of the teams you'll see this week?
Yep. So we got swept by State in
Okay.
the second series of the year, and then lost a game to Coastal Carolina in the first series of the year. So.
All right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, the Wolfpack 1 or 2 then.
Yep.
How is there any talking? Baseball players. I've always said baseball players are probably the cockiest athletes, and part of that is it's an individual sport, like with the pitcher and hitter especially. But is there any yapping or anything on the?
There's a lot of yapping. I have to get toned down from my catcher here a lot of the time and put in my place. But yeah, there's a lot of that for sure.
Lee, you were the first, I think, to say I'm done. Does that have anything to do with catching and knees and health, or how you holding up right now?
It's been rough.
Yeah.
So Coach Ramey actually put me behind the plate when I was 9. So I've been back behind the plate since then. I think I'm going on 17 years now behind the plate.
I don't know how you guys do it.
It's getting hard on the body.
Yeah, no doubt. So if and when you guys advance from this weekend, the next step is the Club Baseball World Series, right? Where is that?
Alton, Illinois.
Okay, good deal. And not to look ahead, but making some travel plans and hopefully getting ready for that. How about practice week to week? Where do y'all practice? How often are you able to get together?
Practice twice a week in a full team format. Tuesday, Thursday. Practice later so that guys can be in class. A lot of our guys have jobs, so they're working throughout the day. And then we have access to a next level training facility that our guys go in there pretty much every day and are in there working in small groups or on their own.
Who's the head coach now?
Michael Crumpler.
Crumpler, okay. And how much is it coach-led and how much is it player-led? You know what I'm saying? Like you guys probably hold each other accountable a lot, I would imagine.
Yeah, so with the school we have a board of officers. We decide to hire coaches because we want to be players. As officers, we want to be players and not have to coach. We think there needs to be a separation between a player and a coach.
Yeah.
So we leave all the coaching decisions to the coaches that we bring in, and then we handle all the school stuff as officers.
As far as funding goes, how does that work? And obviously everybody needs more. If people want to help out or anything, how can folks do that?
Yeah, so we take $1,000 a semester. Is that right? $1,000 a semester each player pays, to raise money, and then we do fundraisers through the fall, through the spring. Once the postseason opens up here, we'll be doing more fundraisers like we did last year. I think last year we ended up raising somewhere close to $50,000 in a week to go to the World Series. So that'll be on our social medias: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all of those.
Yeah. So you're a player and a GM and a team owner, hiring a coach. Like, you want to get involved in some sports management here? Sounds like you're doing quite a bit.
I'm done with it after this year. So.
What about you, Brandon? What's next in life for you outside of baseball?
I work a full-time job at Garris Evans, a company here in Greenville, and like the practices being late in the afternoon. I get off at 4 every day. I still got some time to do schoolwork and balance that life and be able to work.
Busy life, but good deal. How about you, Jay? What's next for you?
After this, I don't know, probably find a real job somewhere and just get on with life.
Good deal. So football was in the blood somewhere. Did you play football growing up?
I did play football all the way until senior year of high school.
Did better at baseball, or you enjoyed it more, or why baseball?
I am better at baseball. Actually, yeah. Good
deal. And talked about your dad before we came on. He played, you said, some pro football in Europe, the NFL Europe, Germany, you said?
Yeah, in Germany.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. Is he? So have you met Bill Belichick and his girlfriend yet?
I have not.
If you do, let me know. I've got questions about that. Lee, what's your next move in life?
So I'm going into the Army. So I'm ROTC at ECU. So I'll be going after next year. I'll be going in.
Man, cool. How did you come to that decision? Something you wanted to do?
It's been kind of a roller coaster. I really wanted to go to an academy out of high school before baseball. Decided to play baseball instead, and then kind of full circle came back to it. And decided if I didn't do it, I would regret it. So here I am.
Man, awesome. Man, y'all are great young men. Brandon, you're kind of like a full-grown adult. Got a job.
I feel like it,
School, baseball. You got like 3 kids and a wife and everything too?
Absolutely not. I wouldn't even have time for that.
Yeah, true.
He was in bed by like 7 o'clock.
Right.
That is very true. Yeah, no doubt.
Good deal. Lee Parker, Brandon Warren, Jay Stanisiak joining us here. And guys, how would you, for the next kind of generation, Lee, talk to kids that are maybe ready to give it up or whatever to give club baseball a chance? What's your kind of pitch to kids?
I don't even think we have to make one. A lot of schools, especially here, a lot of schools do. I think that we have such a good environment and reputation that people know club baseball in Greenville, especially. But it's just a way to continue playing, enjoy the game again. Bottom line there, if you truly love the game and you want to be there on the field, you want to be around the guys, then clubs for you.
All right, good deal. Jay, any final words?
No, I think that if you do like playing baseball and you come out there's no way you don't enjoy every second you're playing, because all the people are like really close friends and everyone enjoys it.
And Brandon, kind of one last hurrah for you. You said, what would you tell folks that were like you, that thought you were maybe done, but then found something fun to do here?
Keep playing as long as you can and enjoy it while you're there.
There you go. Lee Parker, Brandon Warren, Jay Stanisiak. Appreciate it, guys. Good luck, and go ahead and win this
All right,
weekend.
thanks to the ECU Club Baseball fellas for joining us today on Pirate Radio Live, and hopefully they can take care of business this weekend in Wilson, and then perhaps on to the World Series. We'll take a break as we do. East Carolina leading Charlotte 3-2. Beautiful sack bunt gets a runner in scoring position with 1 out in the top of the 6th inning on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by the Buck. We'll take a break, come back, and wrap up Hour 2. Big Baseball Hour 3 with DB and P. Bird, Parker Bird, Danny Beal, joining us in Hour 3. Back with you, Pirate Radio Live, after this.
Aces for Autism, a nonprofit, is here to provide opportunities for individuals with autism and their families. A place of hope, joy, and success. Whether it's helping a child make their first sound or preparing a young adult for vocational opportunities, we provide support where it wasn't available before. You can help us support families by supporting Aces for Autism's Team Together campaign. There are many ways to participate, such as buying a brick or sponsoring a room. To learn more about our state-of-the-art facility, visit acestogether.com.
A quick getaway to paradise is as easy as breezing into 34 Degrees North restaurant at the Beaufort Hotel. Enjoy coastal Carolina cuisine featuring fresh local seafood or savor their hand-cut steaks. It's the premier dining destination on the Crystal Coast. The waterfront restaurant serves breakfast, lunch, dinner, and their popular weekend brunch. 34 Degrees North restaurant in Beaufort is open daily. Visit their website, 34degreesnorthrestaurant.com, or call 252-838-7250. 34 Degrees North restaurant at the Beaufort Hotel.
I lived with back and neck pain for 10 years.
I lived with pain for 10 years.
I lived with left knee pain for about a year.
I tried everything from pain medication to cortisone shots.
I did not want to go under the knife.
And then I found QC Kinetics.
Their holistic treatments fixed my back and my neck.
Their regenerative treatments fixed my knees.
Their natural treatments helped heal my knee pain.
Without surgery, drugs, or downtime.
If you want to be free from pain, come to QC Kinetics.
Hey Pirate Nation, warm weather is here and it's time to get back on the boat. And at Stroud's Marine, they're stocked up with over 26,000 pre-owned parts. They got everything you need from propellers, lower units, trim units, electrical and fuel parts, and just about anything else you need for an outboard. Stay up to date with the latest deals, parts, and promotions by following them on social media. And as always, their mission is to save you money and get you back on the water as quickly as possible. Remember, they're just around the corner. Stop by the shop at 865 Rivet Street in Greenville. For more information, head to StroudsMarine.com StroudsMarine.com. Strouds Marine, your best source for salvaged outboard parts.
This is proud ECU alumni David Price of David Price Construction. As a leading general contracting firm, we specialize in commercial construction and renovation. Whether it's updating your office space, renovating your restaurant, or building a new retail store, our team at David Price Construction is ready to assist. We are committed to delivering quality, value, and customer satisfaction across all of our projects. So give us a call at 919-820-3612 or find us online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Go Pirates!
Wings Over Greenville just turned up the heat with a new honey hotter flavor. Sweet meat spicy in the boldest way yet. Download the Wings Over app, enjoy the frequent flyer club, earn points, unlock exclusive deals, and redeem for free food. Save your go-to orders, order ahead, and skip the line. First-time app user? Get free tenders just for signing up. And when you order delivery through the app, you skip the middleman. No extra fees from third-party apps like Uber Eats or DoorDash. And don't forget, use the promo code PIRATE25 for 10% off your meal. So fly smart. Download the Wings Over app today or order now at wingsover.com. Wings Over, they deliver.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is proud ECU graduate and former baseball player Brandon Manning inviting you to join my team at Farm Bureau Insurance. Right now is a good time to review your coverage with a local trusted agent like me. I will make myself available before or after business hours, and my clients always have my cell phone number if they need anything. From home, auto, or life, give me a call today and let's talk about your insurance coverage and about the Pirates. Call 531-1812 and go Pirates!
For pest control that packs a punch, BAM! Call on the experts at BAM Pest Control. Attention Greenville, BAM Pest Control is here to protect what matters most, whether it's your business, your home, or your peace of mind. They don't just eliminate pests, they knock them out. BAM Pest Control is #1 in insect control, rodent control, and yard services like fire ants and mosquitoes. BAM! You're insect-free, safe, and comfortable. Call the experts at BAM Pest Control on Hooker Road in Greenville, 252-751-3160. BAM!
This is Andre Allison, the first receiver to catch for 1,000 in ECU history. You're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Michaels & Gateway Family and Cosmetic Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. Their mission is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Dr. Michaels & Gateway can handle all of your dental needs, including cleanings, crowns, fillings, sedation dentistry, and cosmetic needs, such as braces and implants. Visit them on Hemby Lane in Greenville or call them at 752-1600. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gateway Family and Cosmetic Dentistry. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Pirates now a 2-run lead over Charlotte in the quarterfinals of the AAC tournament down in Tampa. 4-2, Pirates lead. 6th inning, 2 runners on, 2 outs on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by DeBuck.
DeBuck.
I called my dad earlier because when I found out Jay Stanisiak from ECU Club Baseball was Jason Stanisek's son, I didn't know who else would even find that halfway interesting, so I knew he remembered. Or he said he didn't remember, but when I brought up his name, he did remember that name. But anyway, he gave me a TV recommendation I hadn't heard of, Jared. You might be interested in this. Stadium Lockup on A&E. Have you heard about it?
No.
I hadn't either.
Oh, I'm assuming it's rowdy fans getting, yeah.
Stadium Lockup follows the security team at the Cleveland Browns Stadium. Game day can be electric, cathartic, emotional experience shared by over 67,000 fans, But said, it was a lot of drunk fans. And
yeah.
I don't know. It might be interesting.
I think I saw a clip from this on Twitter where these guys were like vaping in the stadium and the security guards go up to get them. And they're like, oh, sorry, we didn't know. Like, we'll stop. Like, here, you can have it, throw it away. They're like, like they became the biggest a-holes in the world. That authority rush just came over them. And they're like, no, like, we run this town. Like, this is.
Well, it says diehard fans who come together inside this city within a city. So I guess they do treat it like this is our turf,
yeah,
our rules.
you're going to stadium jail.
It's crazy. You give somebody a badge, and it's like they feel like they're God or something.
Okay, not everybody is that way.
No, but I mean,
I've seen quite a few of
the
them.
ones on TV.
I've always been respectful to pretty much anybody, but like police officers. But man, Shirley, that time we were crossing the road to go to Dowdy Ficklin Stadium, and it was telling us we could go, whatever, the sign.
Yeah.
And then so we were walking, and I heard an officer said stop, and then like I looked and I realized he was talking to me.
Yeah.
And I was like, in the middle of the road at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, what are you talking about? And anyway, we kind of went back and forth, and then the next time the light came on, I stood there and I was like, can I go now? and he was pissed off, and I was pissed off.
Yeah.
But that was like one example of just a guy really, he, like you said, he had the badge, the authority, and I guess something else had pissed him off that day.
Yeah.
So he was taking it out on me.
Well, I will say in his somewhat defense,
What the
because
hell?
I still argue that it's not even an argument. He was in the wrong. I mean, there was no question about it. But that particular intersection, you have people that tend to want to, even though there are clear signs that say this road is closed and only foot traffic can go through, not vehicular traffic, and people kept trying to turn onto that road, and it was ticking him off because he kept telling them, you can't turn down here. You got to keep going straight through. But
It got nothing to do with me.
It did not have anything to do with Clip, and we were walking.
I mean, I'm assuming this is 14th Street.
And
Wherever we used to park at that church for the media lot.
14 and Elm.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I'm walking here.
I know, because I even turned and looked because I wasn't sure who he was talking to at all.
You were either walking like right beside me or a little bit behind me.
I was slightly
with
behind
each
you.
other.
Yeah.
And like, I was very confused.
Because I almost ran you over when you stopped after you realized that he was talking to you, and you just kind of stopped mid-stride, and you were like, what?
What? It says go. Why are you telling me to stop?
Yeah.
Jared, you wouldn't like that show, though. It is kind of a documentary. So you're out.
If it's like
No,
cops.
you're out. You're out.
Okay.
Documentary.
He's not a fan of the documentarists.
Yep. Jamie said sheriffs are nice, cops are usually mean. I found. Again, I hate generalizations.
Yeah.
And I do not make them.
Most
I treat
of the time,
everyone
I've never
as an individual.
Yeah, most of the time, I've never had. I had one incident where I really felt like an officer was in the wrong, that directly pertained to me, not necessarily you, Clip, but I had a police officer behind me at a stoplight, and he was so close he could probably tell you how many nose hairs I had. That's how close he was. So the light turns green. There are a couple of cars ahead of me, and it's one of those fast turning lights. The light was yellow. Just as I cross over that white line, it turns red. He immediately flips his lights on.
Oh, man, that's bogus.
And so when I pulled over, and his first question was, do you know, or is there any reason why you ran the red light? And my...
You all right there,
J-Bo?
Had a windpipe
I caught
issue.
caught him off guard with that. Yeah, he asked me, he said, is there any reason why you ran the red light? And I looked at him, and I wasn't rude or anything like that, but I did say, well, to be perfectly honest with you, you were so close to me that if I hit the brakes, you would have plowed into the back of my car.
That pissed him off.
Well, he didn't. Well, if it pissed him off, it didn't. He didn't register. He didn't answer me. He didn't say anything. He just said, may I have your driver's license and registration. But
This reminds me I have a $180 seatbelt ticket to pay. Damn, forgot about that. And I'm going to forget again. So y'all remind me. I don't want to go to jail. Do Pirate Radio live from Cell Block 1.
That would be funny. They just walk through the door. It's like we have an arrest warrant for Clifton Brock III.
I'm not here. Let's take a break. We'll come back.
We don't have anybody here by that name.
Greg Hudson, P. Bird, D. Beal, Big Show. More to go. Back with you after this.
The crack of the bat. The roar of the crowd. Baseball is back in Kinston. Come cheer on your Down East Bird Dogs.
What's the Down East Bird Dogs pay?
The crack of the bat. The roar of the crowd. Baseball is back in Kinston. Come cheer on your Down East Bird Dogs.
What's the Down East Bird Dogs pay?
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, get rid of unwanted hair and under-eye fat pads? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar MediSpa for a free consultation and ask about our newest technologies and treatments. Learn more at beautybarmedispa.com, Red Banks Road, Greenville. Enjoy your visit, love your transformation, and go Pirates.
This is Martin Truex Jr., and as a NASCAR Cup Series champion, I love one-stop shopping. When I need fresh tires or fuel during a race, my pit crew takes care of everything. Off the track, I have an Auto Owners independent agent. They handle all my insurance in one place: car, home, life, and business. Get your own pit crew and find a local agency with Auto Owners Insurance.
This is Brian Smith with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
Make things happen this year with the new John Deere. In just one visit to Quality Equipment, you'll find the right lawnmower, compact tractor, or Gator UTV that will save you time and money on your next project. Keep things running all season long with the help of our experienced parts and service team. Your new Deere isn't far away. Find current offers and budget-friendly packages at your local Quality Equipment with 36 locations across North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia. Visit QualityEquip.com to get started. That's QualityEquip.com.
Craving a delicious burger and a great deal? Then head on over to Bad Daddy's Burger Bar in Greenville. Every Monday, shake things up with $5 hand-shaking cocktails. On Rough Draft Tuesday, enjoy talls for smalls, where bigger drinks are the same price as the smalls. It's Whiny Wednesday with $3 pours of barefoot wine. Then on Salty Thursdays, sip on a $4 house margarita. And don't miss Bloody Sunday. Enjoy brunch and $5 house Bloody Marys.
And this just in at Bad Daddy's, mention Pirate Radio for 15% off your meal.
Bad Daddy's Burger Bar. Great food, amazing deals, and a whole lot of flavor.
Is your office printer on the fritz? Don't wait days for a repair. This is Walker Allen Volova with CopyPro, where we promise fast 3-hour service on all of your copy equipment. No need to press 1 for English for an overseas service line. All of our calls are answered right here in Greenville. Plus, we offer a free office printing analysis to help you cut cost and boost efficiency. We'll show you exactly how to save money on ink, toner, and energy. For reliable, fast service, call CopyPro today at 1-800-682-6558 and see how we can help your office run more efficiently. Pro. Fast service, smarter printing, bringing more value to your business.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Jacob Jiggins Cowart, and the best place to go for custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items is University Sportswear. University Sportswear hit a home run for me when I needed my custom t-shirts. From start to finish, University Sportswear provided superior customer service and a quality product that cannot be beat. If your business, organization, or event needs t-shirts or promotional help, then you need University Sportswear. Visit universitysportswearenc.com for contact information. Go Pirates.
Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today, and then you hear
Warren's Hot Dogs?
Then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for $7.50 would be awesome.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville across from Ron Ayers or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Be sure to visit one of ECU graduate Brandon Tate's U.S. Cellular locations and experience the highest standard of customer service. The purpose of the Atlantic Wireless store is to inform, illuminate, and inspire. Find the location near you at AtlanticWireless.com. Atlantic Wireless, we go beyond the call. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Boner, was it you talking about how Steelers receivers leave and don't do anything with their next team?
Yeah.
Here's Adam Schefter. Some stats to back that up, stats to consider. Antonio Brown, 86 yards a game with the Steelers, 67 with two other teams. Mike Wallace, 64 with the Steelers to 49. Santonio Holmes, 63 to 42. Juju, 61 a game with Pittsburgh to 34. Deontay Johnson, 56 with Pittsburgh to 31. Martavis Bryant, 53 to 33. Chase Claypool, 52 to 11. That's dramatic drop-offs for all those guys. And
stats to consider.
George Pickens trying to avoid that with the Cowboys.
I mean, the dude would throw a fit when he never got a target, and now he's a number 2.
Yeah.
I don't get it on either side.
Yeah. I love the player, especially when he's not on my team, because he is an elite talent, but throws fits.
Yeah.
Gets penalties. He can hurt you. He can help you. He can hurt you.
I mean, if you watch him, you can kind of tell when he's not getting the ball. Just body language.
All right, let's get to our interview with Coach Hood. Greg Hudson.
Wait. We gotta ask a question though.
Oh, that's right, Shirley. Let's set up our interview with Greg Hudson.
Where in the world is
Greg Hudson? Totally worth it. Why are we asking that question? Because Coach Hud is on a United States World Tour, and we talk about it with him today. Let's get to it right now. All right, joining us today on Pirate Radio Live, where in the world is Greg Hudson? We'll find out right now. Coach Hud, what's up?
How you doing? I'm in
good,
the Midwest.
man. Where you at?
I'm in the Midwest. I drove back to Indiana. I had a schedule change and ended up going to the National Strength Coaches Convention to push our new protein, the P26, that's coming out, and so got to catch up. Man, I bumped into guys that I helped get their first job. That's how old I am. Golly! Then I met their kids, their son. You know, it's like looking at Garrett, my oldest. It's great. It's pretty cool.
Hud, I guess you got the brain of a defensive coordinator, but you had the intensity of a strength coach. Did you ever? How much were you in the weight room with your guys? Did you stay out of it? Let Mike Golden handle that, or were you in there as well?
I would go in there and watch. I wasn't into going in there and lifting with them anymore. I did it in my early 30s and during my 20s, but I turned 40 when I was there, so I sort of made a left-hand turn on that, and aches and pains were increasing. I was trying to win a ball game, and we had a good one in Mike Golden. And of course, now the strength coach there at ECU was hired. I think was our last 2 or 3 years there, and Mike put him in charge of the defense as one of his main focuses, and he did a great job. And saw him at the convention and a bunch of guys.
Good.
Lot of guys. I'll tell you what, I've been to the coaches convention, and this was the first time I've been to the strength coaches convention. Different body types.
No doubt.
No fat guys.
How's that changed over the years? You talk about your protein, and you can go more detail into that as much as you'd like, Coach Hud. But how has strength and conditioning changed from 2025 to hell, back when you were at Notre Dame playing?
I would say when I was in high school, Moeller was way ahead of its time with strength and conditioning and off-season programs. It was one of the reasons we would just suffocate people in the second half, particularly in the fourth quarter. We were just stronger. And we didn't have every single position, didn't have a better player, but we were stronger. And then, it picked up in the 70s with Boyd Epley at Nebraska. They were the sort of the OGs, and then it took off in Ohio and Pennsylvania. And then, it became a focal point of, it was really more strength. The conditioning was still, you got in condition in camp, because we would practice 2,000 times in the month of August. And then really in the 90s, it really cranked up, and to where the strength coach and science had kicked in, all these new companies, that was a big thing. And then, the more the guys were in the weight room, the more that position of the strength coach and the trainer, they became the guy that the players talked to the most, really. Because we were so restricted at times of what we could watch guys do and couldn't do. It was so stupid. And, now you can be around them all the time. So that position is very, very important. And a lot of head football strength coaches, were also the head of the overall program within the university. It was that big of a position. That's changed a little bit to where it's a separate guy now that has the sort of the department. Man, it's a big science. It's a large industry. I saw every type of strength and conditioning apparatus that you could get your hands on. There was a lot of steel in the vendors area. A lot of, all the big dogs that build the weights, they were all there. And again, everybody looked like they could lift them a lot too.
Got to look the part, I guess. Greg Hudson joining us. Hud, it's got to be more off season, right? Like, what does a strength coach do with the guys in season, where recovery is so important, but also, guys want to get a workout in, right? So how about in season?
Yeah, you're lifting 2 to 3 times a week in season. I think that is just as critical. It used to be, the season started, I'll start lifting in February. Now, and really it's not, the word maintain is very dangerous in sports. If you're just trying to maintain something, you're really getting worse. So you can keep your high numbers that you hit as you got ready for the season, but also you can get in a different type of playing strength to where your functional movement is better, your flexibility is better. And some of the guys say they feel the best during the week after the hardest lift that they have. And that's, it's a commitment to it, and you got to hold the guys accountable. And I think you're seeing more accountability now. Just put it in your NIL contract. You miss the lift, you don't get no coke. You don't get paid.
Hud, you're on your world tour, and by that I mean the United States tour, and you're going to be going to different schools and football programs. And can you tell us the purpose for that? What are you doing?
First, I the P26 with the Blended Box Company is out. We're selling the protein. It's the highest amount of protein per ounce that you can get. You only need 8 ounces for 26 grams of protein. That's near 75% more than what you'll get in consuming all those bottles from the other brands. And we can put it in mass quantities, and we dispense it in a box, just like wine in a box, and it can sit right in your refrigerator. And there's 13 servings. And heck, I'm an analytics guy. First thing I want to know is how many is total in the box. There's 338 grams of protein in one box with that liquid pre-made. And if you order a pallet, you're going to get just under 60,000 grams of protein for your team to chug a lug down. So, but then also I've taken advantage of, being around the teams and getting some work in with the Joe Moore Award. When I get a chance, a lot of guys are on the road, but they have an assistant strength coach. The head coaches are in and out. Maybe watch 20 minutes of film, 30 minutes to see what their line looks like at the end of spring, or which group. Good time to talk to the strength coach. What are the guys like? Do they fit the core values of the award? what's their commitment to the unit? What's their technique? Are they finishers? Are they tough guys? And that's the thing I think is really important in college football right now, is getting back to the importance of the team and the unit. There's an I in NIL, and that's what makes it even more dangerous. So.
Yeah, good point. And I will say, Coach, I was uneducated on the Joe Moore Award until you educated me on it. And in conjunction with that, I feel like I am starting to see more of it, online, on ESPN, being talked about during a game. I'll text you as people will bring it up during a broadcast. And,
right.
So I feel like it's getting out there more, and you want it out there even more, right?
Yeah. This is, it's been 10 years, and it's Aaron Taylor created the award. I was around Joe when I was a player, and then I was his graduate assistant. I was his GA. I mean, Kirk Ferentz was his GA at Pitt back in the day. Yeah, we're probably the last of the Mohicans from the coaching standpoint that were his GAs that are still kicking it around, but we're both involved on the board and voters, and take a lot of pride in it. And, from a media standpoint and appearance and clicks and however they evaluate it. Now, the award's it's probably the second most popular award behind the Heisman Trophy now. And Aaron, I was fortunate enough to coach as a GA and be around him and developed a great friendship. He's been on my podcast. And the awards just getting bigger and bigger, and they're all foundations. They all started as awards. That's what you hear, it's an award, but they're all groups and foundations and charitable organizations that do a lot of good work.
Greg Hudson joining us, Coach Hud. We got some news this week. Nick Saban expected to serve as co-chair for Donald Trump's administration's Commission on College Football. So, people have been screaming forever. Tim Brando was one of the first I remember saying, we need a college football czar. We need somebody overlooking this thing. And this was 20 years ago, more than that maybe. But I don't know. Any thoughts on this? Do we need somebody to oversee what's going on with college football right now?
Absolutely. I mean, you look at how baseball had to have a commissioner after the Black Sox scandal, they had to put that in place. And, the last time you heard a president get involved in college football, maybe like this, to coach you up right here, is probably when Teddy Roosevelt, when they were going to ban football because people were dying back in the day. And that was the development of the NCAA, which is just a rules group. That's all it is. It's a rule book. They're a living, breathing rule book. That don't do a very good job, but they're a living, breathing rule book. And, if somebody with power can step in and help get things aligned and going in a better direction, I think it's great for the game and the sport. And Nick is as good as they come as far as his knowledge, his experience, his success. And he's not we're going to do it one way. He's open to a lot of change. He developed many different things through his career, from styles of offense and defense and coaching. And I when I saw that the president was going to speak at Alabama, I'd already talked to a couple guys that had mentioned something was floating around out there. But when I saw the president was going to speak at Alabama, my ears perked up, and I said, there is going to be a meeting somewhere. Now, I got to think, even though he's an Auburn guy, I got to think Tuberville may have pushed that a little bit too. I don't know that for a fact, but that was one of my first thoughts too, is where Tuberville's been in all this.
Yeah. Good point about Saban too. I remember, they had all those stud running backs and offensive line, and then Saban kind of realized he needed more firepower, and then, as you say, got Julio and all kinds of freakazoids at receiver.
Yeah, became wide receiver U for a minute.
Hell yeah, and flipped it, and got a lot of quarterbacks in the NFL as well.
Yeah, well, he brought Sark. Of course, Sark and Lane Kiffin. They needed to go to the Nick Saban.
It was Coach Rehab.
It was a coach recovery program. It was 28 months, not 28 days. So, but it's been very successful, and they have a high success rate, you know, unlike the other program, which is about 10% successful. But it's Nick. He knows what he's doing. I think it's perfect timing for it with what's going on with the judge's ruling that's been sort of put on ice a little bit because thank God the judge pulled the pin or said, "Whoa, not so fast. We're not going to just kick some of these players to the curb because you got to change your roster up. You know, it's not right." And I'll say Dabo Sweeney did a great job of speaking very loud about that. You know, the walk-on program. It's devastating to some kids. You know, because if you still want to play football, and you love the school you're at, and you got to pick, you know, I think it's bull crap.
Yeah, so the ramifications for that, Coach Hud, are what? The guys that would be walk-ons either just being regular civilian students or having to go to D2 or, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I know particularly have some people my age that have their kids at Notre Dame, and the situation. Here's a guy that raised on Notre Dame, had a dream of going to school there, and was able to walk on there, and preferred walk on, and to have to not be able to continue. I think it should be grandfathered and weaned in. You know, that these guys be able to graduate and stay. And they're like, well, you can't. There was something about the expense of it, and that's complete horse crap. That's just Sheetz gas station right there all the way. And if somebody brings anything up about the money, they are a liar. You know, they can figure it out. And not everybody's going to use the 105. Not everybody's going to have 105 guys on scholarship. It's 105 roster, but they can be on scholarship. So I believe the SEC. I know the SEC's not going to all. They're all going to have the same amount. I wouldn't. I think it's 85.
Greg Hudson joining us. I love that Hud censors himself when we're able to edit out his cussing, but when we're on live, he just lets it fly. You got that backwards, Coach Hud.
I know. I mean, I just drop it. Maybe get a little more heated. Maybe it's, because it's I'm in studio. It's Thursday. It's
the lights are on.
Yeah, I mean, it's the surrounding gets to me. It's a little intimidating.
Greg Hudson,
the big superstar.
Oh yeah. Hud, what's your? We'll talk to you again next week. Where are you going between now and then?
Well, I may be. Let's see. I'm gonna fly to Dallas, then I'm gonna go to Norman, Oklahoma to see Boomer Sooner. Then I'll be down to TCU, then SMU, then Baylor, then A&M, then Texas, and Austin, then over to Houston, and then I'll take a few-hour drive all the way over to Baton Rouge.
Oh.
So you can maybe talking to me from Baton Rouge, and then I'll bring it on back and stay in College Station Thursday night and be on a plane back Friday. And then that following Monday, I will be Illinois, Iowa State, and over to Nebraska, down to Kansas State, then over head east to Missouri, then back up to IU, then back into where I'm at here in Indiana. Then we'll have Memorial Day weekend, and got to watch the 500. And then it's another tour. I'm just going to keep on going. You got to.
Can you make? We'll make you
a. And you got to go see people. This Zoom, FaceTime to get something done. That's hogwash.
Okay.
You got to look somebody in the eye, and you got to find out who makes the decision. And it's no. I'm just doing May recruiting again, man. I'm just going to get 5 stars. That's it. The Greater Metropolitan United States is my recruiting area.
We need to get Glenn to make a kick-ass shirt, and it's got like the world tour on the back, all your stops, like a band.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be cool. We need that.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? Oh, you could, if you wanted to, Hud, probably hit the North Carolina schools in about a day and a half. It would take, 2 weeks to hit all the Texas schools if you're driving? It's like, it's like a country, right?
You need a helicopter. Like, I thought about Texas Tech, and I was like, man, I got to get on a puddle jumper and fly to Dallas, and then I got to fly back. And, that's the only one that's that I'm not hitting that's a, top 50 program. So, but I'm gonna, on my way back to Carolina, I've got one route. I'm sort of trying to juggle it to where it may be head to Columbus, then over to Pittsburgh, then down to West Virginia, then up to State College, then down to Maryland, and roll into the UVA, and then hit the schools in the Carolinas. Then take a break in Emerald Isle.
Nice stop there. Yeah. Good plan, man. That's cool, Hud. Oh, good luck, man. And
then I still got to get down to the SEC and the ACC and the South.
Jeez Louise.
It's all. I'm going to be relentless. I'm not going to stop.
There you go. I like it. Hud, thank you for joining us, man. We'll.
Greg Hudson joining us back live here in the studio. East Carolina just won their game. Play was reviewed, overturned. Shane Winkler just got tossed. What the hell's going on around here?
This is wild.
There's Parker Bird joining us. What's up, P-Bird?
What up, what up?
We're trying to figure out what's happening. So, base hit by Charlotte. Run scores to make it 4-3. Relay comes into third. Base runner slides through the bag.
Yeah.
Tag is made.
I don't know what they even reviewed.
They saying that she was pushed off the bag or something? I mean, I don't know what you would look at there.
I'm not sure what they were looking at either, because he made a signal like this, which usually means that there's some sort of interference, but there was no interference. It was clear that she slid past third base, and the third baseman, which I am failing to remember, Trinity Nichols, is the one that made the play at third, and she slid past the base, and all she did was lean over and tag her. I don't know what the.
Well, bottom line, Charlotte needs one run to tie it. Pirates need one out to win the game and advance to the semifinals. We need to take a break. So
no kidding.
We'll come back. We'll talk about this game. We'll talk some Pirate baseball with Parker Bird. Also, Danny Beal will join us. He will get the start for the Down East Bird Dogs Saturday. They play their first game coming up Friday at Granger Stadium in Kinston. More with P-Bird and the crew after these words.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates.
East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Greenville is the place to find your next pre-owned vehicle. From high-end SUVs to trucks to cars, starting at just $99.95. There's no better place to find quality pre-owned trucks and SUVs than East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep. Pre-owned inventory with a factory-certified 7-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty.
Go to ecauto.com.
East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep, across from the Taco Bell in Greenville. Come see us!
Your quality pre-owned selection is at East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers does real burgers better than anybody. And don't forget about the cheese sticks, fresh salads, and more. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, burgers and sports at its best.
Go Pirates! Arr!
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in ENC. Open at noon 7 days a week with live music. Come enjoy sports trivia with me, Clip Rock, every Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, it's live local acoustic night, along with line dancing from 7 to 9 on Wednesday. Thursday, there's a brand new lineup with Singo starting at 8, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. Ladies and free both Friday and Saturday nights with the best local bands in the area. Finish the weekend with free games and DJ Kids Scene.
Y'all come get fucked up.
Jockey's Ridge State Park is celebrating its 50th anniversary, taking place June 5th through the 8th in Nags Head, North Carolina. There will be exciting educational activities taking place, including yoga on the dunes, kayak trips, big canoe trips, a sandcastle building contest, and a horseshoe competition. All activities are free to the public. Several special events are planned too. A drone show, a concert by the Connells on Friday, and bubbly toasts at sunset. Visit jockeysridge50.com for tickets and a full schedule.
At Children's Health Services, we understand the importance of your child's well-being. This is Dr. Chris Osmick, and our mission is to provide comprehensive, patient-centered health care through every stage of child development, starting the day they are born in the hospital. We are not just here to treat illnesses. We are here to partner with you on your child's health journey. Schedule your appointment today to build a brighter, healthier world for your children. Children's Health Services, Arlington Boulevard, Greenville, or soon to be our second location on 10th Street. Go Pirates!
This is Brian Harris with 360 Golf Carts, Pitt County's go-to shop for all things golf carts. We have E-Z-Go, club car, and utility carts to choose from. Whether it's for the beach, riding around the neighborhood, or working in the yard, 360 Golf Carts has the perfect ride for you. If you have issues with your current cart, take it by my shop for an expert's diagnosis. From parts to sales to service, we have you covered. We will even deliver right to you. So come see me, Brian Harris, on Highway 43, just past D.H. Conley High School. 360 Golf Carts, Pirates supporting Pirates.
My whole business just went up in flames, but my agent was there before the fire was out. We started a plan. I've got 25 employees who could be out of a job if we didn't get this place running again. My independent agent and auto owner's insurance, they made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll. That's incredible.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there.
This is Brian Smith with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
Pirate Radio.
Brace yourselves, lads.
The voice of the Pirate Nation.
I do know a thing or two about pirates.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Greenville Utilities Neighbor-to-Neighbor program provides help for those who need temporary assistance with their utility costs, and you can make a difference. Your tax-deductible donation can be added to your GUC bill each month, or you can make a one-time donation, and GUC matches all donations up to $20,000 each year. Consider helping a neighbor with GUC's Neighbor-to-Neighbor program. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, we're painting it purple for real this time. East Carolina gets the win. Pop up in the infield ends it. Ball don't lie. East Carolina beats Charlotte, moves on to the semifinals of the AAC tournament. Pretty cool watching that with another ECU athlete, Parker Bird. I like when athletes root for other ECU teams.
Oh, yeah.
It fills me
awesome.
with pirate pride.
Yeah.
But that was cool to see. P. Bird.
Yes, sir.
Moving on.
Glad we could do it. And that's crazy. I've never seen an overturn like that at the end of the game. And
yeah, team celebrating.
Yeah, and I'm guessing it's the interference at third. They said that she was blocking the base, but honestly, it didn't look like she was, and that's no biased opinion.
And Shane Winkler's not around to celebrate because he got tossed.
Yeah, it looked like he shook hands with the other team. So
okay,
looks like he got to come back and do that at least.
They're talking to D.H. Conley Viking Anna Sawyer, who hit the big solo home run earlier in the game, and great performance by Apple as well in the circle. Pirates win it 4-3. So, Shirley, what time we playing tomorrow? Can you find that?
Yep. Give me 1 second, and I'll tell you.
And after you do that, can you call Danny Beal?
Yep.
And then I won't ask you anything else.
That's fine.
Parker, Pirates and Roadrunners coming up.
That's right.
This weekend. How about the midweek off? You don't get many of these during the season. So, what was it? Was it exams or was it baseball?
Yeah, it was. We had exams. A lot of guys had them Monday, Tuesday. A couple guys had them Wednesday as well. But it was nice. We got Monday and Tuesday completely off. I mean, we worked out, but besides that, no baseball. Nice little reset in the middle of the season. So don't get that too often, but it was good. We got back at it yesterday and today, and at practice. I mean, both days have been phenomenal practices. We've been very intentional at what we were doing and getting ready for the weekend. Roadrunners are pretty good, so kind of excited for them to come into Claire and hopefully get a couple wins or at least get a sweep.
Sounds like it was competitive yesterday, right? You told me about a scrimmage where there were literal stakes on the line for the winner.
Yeah, we played 3 inning scrimmage. Some of the guys that needed to throw through, and we obviously split up into 2 teams, and the Coach G put some stakes on the line. So this afternoon after this, I get to go eat a steak at Clark LeClaire Stadium, and the opposing team gets to eat some hot dogs with no condiments. So
plain dogs,
Joey Chestnut style. So. And also the losing team gets to service as well. So that's probably the best part.
Awesome. And you were on the winning team, right?
I was.
Yeah,
Yes.
good deal.
Yeah.
How you like your steak cook?
It was a solo home run by Dixon Williams that.
There you go.
Fed us steaks. So.
How you like yours cooked?
Medium rare, any way like that.
Sounds good. All right, Pirates, according to Shirley Rhodes, will play at 3:30 tomorrow. I know what we'll be doing during the show. We'll watch some ECU softball as they try to advance to the AAC championship. That'd be awesome.
That'd be good. They're playing number 1 seed at USF.
They got South Florida, number 2.
2 seed.
Number 2 seed. Yeah.
Okay. Is there switch sites of where they host every year, or is it the same place?
That's a good question. I think they typically try to stay in Florida,
I can
but
look at the schedule.
I could not tell you if they move around.
Okay, I got you.
I don't think so because East Carolina's never hosted. Well,
Really?
no.
Last
they have
year,
hosted.
they
last
have.
year.
Last year, East Carolina, the tournament was in Wichita.
Okay, so they do
that's
move
right.
it then.
So okay, I didn't know if it was like the best team gets.
Yeah, I don't know how they do that, but you're right, Shirley. East Carolina did host it.
Yeah, because
one
I
year.
actually I did PA for a game, and I forgot about that.
And then the previous year it was in Tampa, so I don't know how they figure that out. All right, do we got DB?
Yes, we do.
All right, PB and DB. Danny Beal joining us, Pirate Radio Live Line. Danny, how you doing, buddy?
What's up? I was just about to say, is that Big Parks?
You know it, baby. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good, dude. I heard you get to start on Friday.
Saturday.
Saturday, yep.
Yeah,
That's the rumor. Are you confirming that, Danny?
I was told yesterday and then reconfirmed today. So unless something drastically changes, I'll let you guys know. But Saturday is the big day for the kids.
Is this going to be like last week when Jarrett told us Norby was starting game 1 and then he didn't start?
As long as you don't get sick, bro, you're good.
Unless I get diarrhea suddenly Saturday.
Oh, no. Well, that's awesome, Danny. And hopefully there'll be a big Pirate contingency there, some Danny Beal fans to go see the Bird Dogs. But I was going to say season opener, but like franchise opener coming up tomorrow. So the guys excited to get out there and play?
Yeah, we had our last kind of practice today, I guess. Did some like team defense stuff, and they renovated Granger a lot. So there's like new pop-up bars, there's a bar in right field. There's really good concession stuff, and they had this little, I guess, cabana bar kind of thing right next to our bullpen, and every single player signs it from here on out. And we got the inaugural signature of, hey, we're the first set of Bird Dogs players. So that was pretty cool. But I think, as weird as it sounds, I think they wanted me to pitch Saturday because of the fact that ECU plays at 4 on Saturday. This is what the PR team said. It's like, it makes sense for me to pitch Saturday so we get a big crowd. Because everybody that goes to the ECU game after it's done can come down here. And I'm like, you guys are thinking way too deep into it.
That's funny.
Danny Beal, the big ticket, the big draw. I like
right.
that.
You're drawing people in, dude.
Yeah.
Parker, did you ever play at Granger Stadium? You ever played there?
I have not, no.
Yeah.
Is it good, Bill?
It's not bad. I mean, from when I went a few years ago to watch a couple of one of my other teammates play to now, it's completely different. Like, they have a video board that's the size of the one at Clark LeClaire. The area, like the concourse area, is really, really nice. The field, from what I've scrimmaged on and pitched on, the mountain's great. The field's in good shape, so it's actually pretty nice.
That's good. How y'all's practices? Y'all do NDD?
No, we don't do NDD. Thank God we don't do NDD.
Y'all do some PFPs and...
Today was the first. I've been here for 2 or 3 weeks, and today was the first day we did PFP. So it's a lot of, hey, stretch on your own, throw on your own, get your stuff in, shack BP, and then you're good to leave. So
that's awesome.
It's a lot different than East Carolina, yeah.
I bet.
Jared, we'll just nod our heads like we know what they're talking about. Yeah, I know what that means. Parker, what were you played any cool stadiums, like with travel ball, Legion, high school? Like, what's the coolest places you play?
I would say probably down in Florida, Jupiter, They have some pretty cool complexes down there. Where the Red Sox play spring training, that was pretty cool.
Do they have like the wall, like a mini
they
wall?
do.
Like
It is. Yeah, it's in left field. So, yeah, that was pretty cool. I had a good time doing that, and I mean, I played in Cooperstown. That was pretty cool, just the whole experience. So yeah, played some cool places.
Danny, what's your favorite pitcher's park you've played in?
Clarkley.
I don't know if that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's certainly not Clark. Play some friggin' boombox. I've given up way too many homes there.
Ivan Melendez.
Still too soon. I don't know. I think USF's pretty good at pitching. As shocking as that is, I think the air is pretty dense, so it's always hot, so it doesn't fly as well. I don't know. That's a tough question. I have to think about that. But anything in Florida, I think, is pretty easy to pitch in.
Jamie's asking, does Danny get to bat with the Bird Dogs? I'm going to say no.
New. Absolutely not new.
No.
Hey, Danny, did y'all go to Camp Lejeune or did they come to you this week?
They came to us. We played them last night. When I tell you there were some grown men out there that had like wives and kids and like mortgages to pay playing against us, it was wild. The third baseman had to have been at least 45. Seriously, respect to them.
Yeah.
Because the stuff that they were doing out there, like we did it again, like we did against Lenore, where we would pitch against our hitters, but they would play defense for us, and then they would throw against theirs, and we would play defense for them. And they made 6 or 7 errors, and then towards the end, they ran out of pitchers. So our pitchers were throwing to their hitters, and it was like, why are we doing that? It's pointless.
That's funny. I played a couple of men's league this past summer, and it is funny to watch them because they care a lot about
like men's baseball, like real
yeah,
baseball.
It's just like there's some games that we just I guess had filler spots in, and we didn't have like a conference game or whatever they call it in summer ball, and I guess they're just trying to get some teams to play us, and they got a couple men's league, little beer league guys, and it was funny to play against them because they swung for the fences every single.
This might be my last game.
I don't really feel any for these guys. It's not up to par for sure.
That's funny.
Well, Danny, when I talked about it with Mully, I said, yeah, DB and the Bird Dogs playing the Camp Lejeune. I said the team. Mully was like, oh, man, that's going to be a ragtag group of dudes. Like, hey, I guess he's experienced some of those games before. So it sounded pretty cool, though.
I talked to him and Patrick Johnson the Friday night game against Tulane. We were chatting for a little bit, and I told him that, and he was like, yeah, well, you're in for a couple good laughs. That's for sure.
Well, good stuff. Danny, while we got you here and while Parker's here, Parker made fun of you for the Texas home run. Now you can talk about this current ECU team. So if you got anything negative to say, you can say it to Parker. But
don't tweet it. I have to delete that soon.
how you feeling about the Pirates against the first place Roadrunners this weekend? That's weird to say.
Those guys can really, really swing it. So I feel like I've been a broken record, but you just need to set the tone. First inning Friday night. I've said the last few weeks, and it's going to be tough because I think they're bringing back, and Parker can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they're bringing back a lot of guys from last year, and that team
yeah.
hit around Trey Savage, hit around me, hit around Shank, hit around a lot of guys, Ruth settled it down a little bit, but they can really, really hit, and they're first place for a reason, and they're an at-large bid no matter what for the postseason. So it's going to be interesting, and as we all know, the ball flies in the summer at Clark Claire, so beyond the offense is going to have to show up too.
And Parker, I know you guys play with the chip every game, but like you've got the target on your back. This one feels a little different. Now you're playing the first place team, and maybe a little more hunger or a little bigger chip to go beat those guys, right?
Yeah, I mean no matter who it is, we have to win. This is the time where we flip the switch. And, I mean, cool thing is we still have an opportunity to go play in the postseason, and it starts Friday, and that momentum can swing pretty quickly. And great thing about baseball is it's the hottest team wins, not always the best. So we can always be that team.
Saving the streak for when it counts the most. Right. Danny, what time is first pitch on Saturday when you start?
7 p.m.
All right, 7 p.m. Historic Granger Stadium. Be there. DB, good luck, buddy. Wishing you the best, and we'll talk to you again soon, man.
Yeah, sounds good. Thanks for having me on, guys. Good to talk to you guys.
Yes, sir. See you, Bill. Good luck Saturday, dude.
Yeah, hope we can all take care of business the weekend.
Yeah, me too, brother.
Let's get a lot of W's. Softball is getting us off to a good start. So
Yeah, I know.
Keep the momentum going here.
That's right.
We'll go another segment with P. Bird when we return. Pirate Radio Live here on a Thursday. Do a little Fleet Feet rundown as well. Back with you after these words.
At Riley's Army, our mission is to provide support to children with cancer and their families in North Carolina. From emotional support to financial assistance, we are here to ensure no family faces this journey alone. Guided by faith and a commitment to love and service, Riley's Army invites you to join us. Volunteer, donate, or spread the word. Together we can make a lasting difference. Visit rileysarmy.com to learn more. That's rileysarmy.com.
Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gateway, and our mission at Michaels & Gateway is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels & Gateway are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry.
Hey there, Eastern North Carolina. Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood. The Brown & Wood service specials include a tire price match guarantee, a $199 AC Delco front brake pad installation special. We also have a brake rotor rebate of $40 and a synthetic oil change on most vehicles for $89.95. Don't forget, free pickup and drop-off at Brown & Wood. 89 years in business, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal: to make sure you leave a happy customer.
La Herradura Mexican Restaurant is open in Greenville at 2516 East 10th Street. They're open Monday through Thursday from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., Friday and Saturday 11 a.m. to...
I'm Donald Stocks, owner of Pip Marketing Signs Print. We are your one-stop shop for just about anything printed. If we're not your go-to printer, please give us a call at 355-1636. We have over 80 5-star Google reviews and want you to be our next more than satisfied and well-pleased customer. Check us out at growatpip.com or stop in to see us at 3185 Mosley Drive in Greenville. Pip, where business goes to grow.
Looking for your new favorite hangout? Come on down to Fish Street Hardware Restaurant and Tap Room in downtown Greenville, where the drinks are cold, the food is fire, and the fun never stops. Check us out every night at 7 for our special events. Tuesday night is Singo, Wednesday Hollywood Trivia, Thursday's Kahoot Night, and Fridays it's Tunes and Taps starting at 7 p.m. Don't miss Yappy Hour, Thursday through Saturday, 4 to 7, where we serve up half-priced apps from the toolbox. Make sure to check out our new menu, featuring the taco wrap, North Carolina Cowboy flatbread, and buffalo loaded chips. Check out our Facebook page for more information. Fish Street Hardware Restaurant and Tap Room, where good times are always on tap.
This summer, the Greenville Yard Gnomes are back at historic Guy Smith Stadium.
Hey there, it's me, Nomeo, the Yard Gnomes mascot. You've heard of gnomes bringing good luck, right? Well, I'm here to bring you great baseball and tons of fun, too. We're excited to have a great team, including a few ECU baseball players this year.
Season tickets are on sale now, so visit yardgnomesbaseball.com to get yours today.
We'll have great food, cold drinks, and fun games for everyone. Come out and hang with your gnomies this summer and have some fun at the ballpark with us, the Greenville Yard Gnomes.
If you're hungry for a great steak with honest-to-goodness flavor, head over to Larry's Steakhouse, open Monday through Saturday at 11 a.m., serving up hand-cut, aged ribeyes, tender grilled salmon, bold grilled shrimp, and juicy grilled pork chops, all right off the flame. Pile your plate high with a 25-item salad bar. Try one of our hearty daily lunch specials. Larry's Steakhouse, good food, good folks, and a good time. Located at 2800 East 10th Street across from the old Highway Patrol Station. Call 751-6510 for takeout and reservations. Larry's Steakhouse.
The icy treat that can't be beat is Sparky Snowballs. From big kids to little kids, Sparky Snowballs has been making smiles happen for over 20 years. If you're not in the mood to chill out with a snowball, Sparky's funnel cakes and fried Oreos are a perfect Sparky-licious treat every time. Are you having an event, party, or fundraiser? Call Sparky's to come on site. Remember to follow Sparky's on Facebook or visit SparkySnowballs.com to see where they'll be next.
Pirate Radio. We are the local station you love. Anytime, anywhere, on air and on digital. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Well, welcome back. UBE has been an ECU tradition for over 50 years, and you can shop online anytime, anywhere at pirateware.com. UBE has the biggest and best selection of ECU sportswear and accessories for Pirates of all ages. Every day is game day at UBE. And looking for a great meal in the heart of downtown Greenville? Come on down to the 5th Street Hardware and Tap Room. Whether you're craving a juicy burger, a fresh seafood basket, or a tasty sandwich or wrap, I highly encourage you to get the buffalo chicken wrap. They've got something for everyone. Grab a bite with friends, relax on the patio, and enjoy the cozy, welcoming atmosphere. You can join them for Singo on Tuesday night. Wednesday, it's trivia with DJ Captain Morgan and live music on Fridays. And while you're there, check out the repair shop featuring dart lanes, pool tables, skee ball, and other great games. So next time you're in downtown Greenville, make it a point to visit 5th Street Hardware. Great food, great company, right next to the State Theater. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, good news from earlier today. East Carolina softball winners over Charlotte. They move on to the semis coming up 3:30 on Thursday. Looking forward to watching that one as we come to you on the air.
Friday.
Today is
Thursday.
Thursday. Thank you, Shirley. See, that's why. Shirley, you're rehired as my color analyst. You're back.
Sorry.
Jamie says, how much you bench? What's Parker benching these days? He looks bigger than Dixon Williams. Hey, you can tell Dixon.
Yeah, that's right. We don't max out a lot, honestly. But I mean, I throw up some good weight. If I max out, probably 290, 295, probably somewhere around there.
You stayed active throughout your rehab and recovery and everything. Did you work out more, or were you always a workout guy even before?
I'm always a workout guy. Yeah, I probably honestly worked out probably less. Honestly, I used to work out like probably 4 times a week or 4 times a day. Back in high school, dude, I was obsessed with it.
Was that individual or was that like at school? Or?
One workout was at school.
Yeah.
I would wake up, work out, then go to school, work out, and then I only had 2 classes my senior year. So I would come home and get like a cardio session in and then go to baseball, hit after, and work out again. So I was obsessed with it. I still love doing that.
Awesome.
You do that too, Cliff, right?
Yeah, something similar.
What's your regimen?
Yeah. Somehow I had like 12 classes my senior year. I had to catch up. Parker was done with everything. All right, let's get our Fleet Feet rundown. Alex Harper dropped off cupcakes earlier today.
They were really good.
What a guy. Thank you, A. Harp. And we'll hear him talk about Fleet Feet.
Hey, Pirate Nation. Be sure you have the best and most comfortable shoes this tailgate season with a stop at Fleet Feet. Locally owned and operated by ECU alum Chris Lunyon. Fleet Feet of Greenville provides solutions through one-on-one services to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Fleet Feet has the tools and technology to get you in the right shoe, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Go see them at 207 East Arlington Boulevard in the old Gordon's Golf location. Fleet Feet. They run for you.
Parker and I may not see eye to eye on workout regimens, but we are fans of the both fans of the Braves, the Commanders, the Hurricanes. Braves got the Reds tonight. P. Bird trying to win 3 out of 4 in that series.
I'm pretty confident Schwallenbach's on the mound. He was my Cy Young prediction at the beginning of the year.
Okay.
So I mean, I try to do like all hot takes. Also, I mean, they might have been a little biased. I put him and I put Austin Riley as the MVP, which I'm just saying if the Braves get hot and they end up having a great record and make it to the postseason and stuff, Austin Riley's been playing pretty good. So I like my prediction, but I have a lot of confidence in that guy, and hopefully we can get 3 out of 4 against the Reds. That'd be awesome.
That would be nice. A lot of finals from earlier today. Tigers over the Rockies 10-2. Again, they are 6-30, but when Zach Agnos pitches, they have a winning record. Just want to
2-1.
Put that out there, at least. Yeah. How about what he's done, man? How cool is that?
Dude, it's awesome. That's been phenomenal, especially the saves he got. I hate the first one came against the Braves. I was like, that's crazy, but
dude, first save against who was it? Olsen, Ozuna, and Ozzy.
Yeah, he went through the gulag. He went through the heart of the order. It was awesome. I mean, great for him. Honestly, I was probably pulling for him in that moment. I mean, I'm going to be honest. there's 162 games.
Right.
I don't say I pull against the Braves for much, but when Zach Agnos was on the mailman, I was probably pulling against him.
Look, I want Terry McLaurin to smoke Revel. I'll go ahead and say it. I'll put it out there.
Yeah, I agree.
But those games are precious.
Yeah.
But when Zach Agnos closed out the Braves, I was not that upset.
No,
I'll be
I
honest.
wasn't either. I was like, heck yeah, man! Like, great for him. And I mean, I was just really happy to see it. And I guess I could probably say the same if Gavin Williams pitched against the Pirates against the Braves
in the World Series.
I don't know.
I'm with you.
The regular season game.
Right. Yeah. Interleague, cool.
Yeah.
World Series. Sorry, Gav.
I love you, dude, but
yeah. I like that, Parker. You're a true fan.
Yeah.
You're a true fan. All right. Also coming up tonight. So, are you a regular season Canes fans, or do you jump on postseason?
Nah, I mean, I keep up every once in a while. I mean, I'm not saying I watch the games by any means. Hockey is not my go-to sport to watch, but when the Canes play in the playoffs, I do watch more in regular season, but I do keep up year round, and I'm still trying to learn the game, to be honest with you. I mean, it's not anything that I'm comfortable knowing the rules and stuff, but
you been to one?
I have, dude. It's been
so
phenomenal.
cool.
Yeah, I'm actually really fortunate to have really close family friends that like own a suite at PNC. Well, it's not PNC anymore.
Lenovo Center.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool to go to one of those games. I haven't been to one in the playoffs, and I really want to, but right now is a bad time to go to.
Yeah, kind of doesn't work out with your schedule.
Yeah, not at all.
Dude, I don't want to say I go from 0 to 100, and because I'm like you, I kind of keep up with the record where they are in the standings, but I go from about 5 to 100 because I watch every second of playoff hockey,
I'm
and
the
it's
same
so
way.
intense. Man.
I wouldn't say I watch every second, but I will say I keep up 100% of the game. I'll check my phone constantly, and if I'm home, I'll watch the game. But I've caught myself watching the Braves play a little bit more than the Canes, but that's just because I want us to get to 500 so bad.
Like the other night, you were asking me how I consume the Braves. I had the radio on as I'm watching the Canes game, so trying to keep up with it all.
Yeah.
Canes and Caps, game 2 tonight, 7 o'clock. Oilers, who I have a future on, up 1-0 in their series against Vegas, Las Vegas.
Okay.
And Edmonton up 1-0. Basketball tonight, Golden State. Finally, a home team won last night.
Yeah.
Was it Thunder won by 40 or whatever?
Good Lord.
But Golden State up 1-0 in their series against Minnesota. That's 8:30 tonight, TNT. Any rooting interest or?
Dude, basketball, I do not keep up with that much. Honestly, the team I want to win are Timberwolves, and the only reason I like Anthony Edwards.
Yeah,
I like
bad dude.
Yeah, he's awesome.
I think Wolves get it done tonight.
I did too.
No Curry.
Yeah.
Even if he was playing, he's gassed.
How long did they say he's out?
At least through game 4.
Man.
Dang, that's a series changer right there.
Yeah.
Not having that guy. Holy cow.
And Parker, while you're here, let's get your Commanders off-season review. How'd we do?
A+, dude. I'm so happy. The protection on the front line was key, and obviously Debo. I mean, he didn't have a great year last year, but dude, give that
he can
guy
be
back
just a
in shape.
little bit of what he was.
Yeah, dude, that's game changer, man.
Yeah.
And so I'm extremely happy. I think the draft was really good. I really wanted a defensive back in the first pick, but I understand why they went O-line because, I mean, you have Jaden Daniels right there. Protect that guy at all costs. So
and look, they love that DB they got. We'll see.
Yeah.
Forbes didn't work out.
That's the only thing I think of.
I know.
Dude, I hope it's not Forbes.
Did y'all get Amos?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, from Ole Miss.
Yeah.
So I think it was great, dude. I trust that front office a lot.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to say that since we've been a Redskins fan, Commanders fan.
Dude,
all
it
my
is a
life,
complete
and
change, man.
Dude, it's been a complete 180. It's been actually exciting when I get a notification about them.
Instead of, I had him on ignore for a while.
Well, it was Dan Snyder got accused of this and that. And he has go to court at this date. Now we actually picked up Deebo Samuel. Pretty cool.
Parker, we'll let you run. Before we do, tell the Pirate fans why they should stay invested and be excited about the end of this baseball season.
Yeah, I mean, we're a talented group. We're very hungry for some wins, and we still have a great opportunity turn this thing around and win obviously this weekend, next weekend, and we have conference tournament. But nothing's guaranteed. But hey, we're ready, excited, and I think the momentum's going to swing here starting Friday.
Sounds good. Parker, thanks for joining us, bud.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
it.
Thank
And
you.
check out the Parker Bird Show.
Let's do it. Yeah, I actually have some more guests coming soon, so it's been really exciting to do that, and so looking forward to it.
The Carter Cunningham episode available. If folks want to check that out, and all the other episodes as well. We'll take a break, come back, and wrap up Pirate Radio Live after this.
Absolutely.
The crack of the bat. The roar of the crowd. Baseball is back in Kinston. Come cheer on your Down East Bird Dogs.
What's the Down East Bird Dogs pay?
The crack of the bat. The roar of the crowd. Baseball is back in Kinston. Come cheer on your Down East Bird Dogs.
What's the Down East Bird Dogs pay?
I'm Morgan Ehlers here with Brian Cook. He's the comptroller with Greenville Motor Company and Greenville Auto World. When you're looking for a vehicle, say if I wanted a new truck in a specific brand, you have the capability of searching the entire country for that vehicle.
Right, we do. We can find anything you want. We take pride in it. A lot of friends come to me and get me to look for the next vehicle they want, and I take pride in buying it just like I was buying it for myself.
Greenville Motor Company and the new Greenville Auto World. We will earn your trust and business one vehicle at a time. Go online at driveherenow.com.
Tired of the same old gym routine? Rebel Fitness is here to change the game. Whether you're throwing punches, kicking it in kickboxing, or mastering MMA, we bring the heat with specialized group classes that make fitness feel like a fight you actually want to win. At Rebel Fitness, we're not just about lifting weights, we're about lifting spirits. Join a community of badasses who are rebelling against the norm and crushing their fitness goals. Sweat, lift, move, fuel, fight for a healthier, happier you. Rebel Fitness, where fitness meets fun. Join the movement today. Visit us at 3700 Charles Boulevard or visit rebelfitnessnc.com.
Washington's favorite place to eat and where all the locals go is down on Main Street. Down on Main Street is now open 7 days a week. Stop by for the house salad with grilled chicken, the half club sandwich with chips, or everyone's favorite, the fried shrimp plate. After work, Down on Main Street is the perfect spot for dinner and drinks on the patio. Join Down on Main every Wednesday for half-price wings from 4 p.m. to close. Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
University PC Care in Greenville and New Bern has been serving the tech repair needs of Eastern North Carolina since 2006. And as one of the only Apple-authorized service providers east of Raleigh, all our technicians are Apple certified, and we only use genuine Apple parts. Your iPhone and Mac warranties are safe with us. Have questions or need service? Call 252-558-1280 or visit us online at universitypccare.com. University PC Care, your one-stop shop for service on everything Apple.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is proud ECU graduate and former baseball player Brandon Manning inviting you to join my team at Farm Bureau Insurance. Right now is a good time to review your coverage with a local trusted agent like me. I will make myself available before or after business hours, and my clients always have my cell phone number if they need anything. From home, auto, or life, give me a call today and let's talk about your insurance coverage and about the Pirates. Call 531-1812 and go Pirates!
Jimmy John's hot sandwiches are here.
Jimmy John's hot sandwiches are here.
Hot sandwiches are here. Jimmy John's hot sandwiches are here.
Hot sandwiches are here. The pilot can't steer?
No, Jimmy John's hot sandwiches are here.
That's worse.
Jimmy John's new hot sandwiches are finally here.
Get ready for a crispier, crunchier, meltier, gooier Jimmy John's experience. Toasted sandwiches are here. Try the brand new toasted category or get any sandwich in the favorites category toasted to golden perfection. Jimmy John's in Greenville and Wilson and online at jimmyjohns.com. Go Pirates!
There have been many changes in the automotive world. At Phelps Chevrolet, the Phelps boys are here to take care of you. Mike, Daryl, and 4 of Mr. Phelps' grandsons, Wade, West, Allen, and Clay. You see, things at Phelps remain the same. The Phelps team has served Eastern North Carolina for over 50 years. We make your visit easy and fun. We are your neighbors, and that's what neighbors do. Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville. Like Mr. Phelps' great-granddaughter says, come in and get you one.
Find new roads with Chevrolet at PhelpsChevrolet.com.
What's going on, guys? This is Inky Johnson. You're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
It was a good day for the stock market today. The Dow was up 254 points and closed at 41,368. The NASDAQ was ahead 189 points at 17,928. And the S&P was up 32 at 5663. That is your Wells Fargo Advisors Stock Market Report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now, back to the show.
An 8-guest Thursday, ladies and gentlemen. That was my count.
I guess the club baseball was 3.
Zach Kaplan, Tyler Snead, Lee Parker, Brandon Warren, Jay Stanisic, Greg Hudson, Danny Beal, Parker Bird. 8-guest Thursday. Fun show. And we watched ECU softball advance to the semis. We'll be talking about that one coming up on Friday. We'll talk some NFL with Tony Dunn. Everything going on in the world of sports with B. North and Morgan Ehlers. A fun Friday show on tap. Maybe the Chan Man will make an appearance after missing today.
He has to run video from 5
Oh,
to
that's
6
right.
tomorrow.
He's going to be back on the video chair because Bones got to head out to Clark LeClaire for some Pirate baseball. The OG3 back on a Friday.
In hour 3.
Shirley, we'll see you mañana. Jarrett, we'll see you for a half a show.
Yeah.
On Friday. And we'll see you fine folks as well. Enjoy the rest of your evening. For the crew, I'm Clip Brock. Jeff Charles, take us home.
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive